Hello and welcome to 4 Halfwits and a Dungeon Master. I'm Yindy, your Dungeon Master, and in this show I take some of the UK's top improv comedians, lock them in a room for 5 hours and force them to play geeky board games with me. Seriously, try the locks, you won't get very far. And with that, let's meet our players. First off, we have the magical Steve Worsley.
Thank you very much.
The majestic Stu Murphy.
Majestic. Thank you.
The mischievous Will Tomas. And the absolute madman that is Billy Kirkwood.
Thank you. Fear and tremble.
So, hello, gentlemen, and welcome to the table. So, to give a little background on you guys, you are all improv comedians at the top of your field. You travel up and down the country playing to packed audiences, hundreds of thousands of people, pissing off the Guardian, in your case too. And yeah, you're used to creating characters on the fly when you're out in your shows and creating entire plays basically from scratch. So apart from the little kind of tester game that we had prior to this, which was an interesting experience to DM to say the least, do you have much experience in terms of role-playing games generally, or Dungeons and Dragons, that sort of thing?
I have absolutely none. I listen to classic FM, so I mean this is this is not my field.
I have a lot of experience in terms of creating characters and what have you, the world of pro wrestling and what have you. But I've always been a watcher, not much of a player, so very excited. More of a voyeur, if you like, in terms of Dungeons and Dragons, but always a fan. So I think this is going to be good fun.
Gross. I've played D&D games, but that was back when I was in my teens, so that's like 50 years ago, 60 years ago, something like that.
You don't look it.
I'm old and confused.
Similarly, I was dragged along to games by my friend, so I was the one who just sort of sat in the corner and just did what I was told and got drunk.
Again, fantastic. Hopefully I've not typecast you all. So, in doing so, introducing your characters. So, in terms of who everyone's playing, if we start with yourselves, Steve?
I am going to be playing Reginald Seymour Dibley, who is... it's not funny.
It's enjoyable to hear.
Very serious.
I am a wizard, human. I am miraculously now the tallest person in the group at 6 foot. I come from the village of Willowwood, where I was a farm boy for many, many years. And my father just tried to hammer these ridiculous ideas of magic out of my head and just be a farmer, son. But then, of course, as fathers are prone to do, he died and left me in charge of the... I know, selfish, right? And I was left in charge of the farm. And I married and just sort of got on with things. I met a traveling wizard along the way who took shelter in our farm. And we struck up a friendship, which was completely wholesome. And he lent me a book, the ABC of magic. And I learned that, and it just something inside me just sort of held on to that. But then I carried on farming and being a husband to both my wife and the animals. And then one day I felt that my wife was cheating on me, so I left her. And I made my way to the Arcane University, where unfortunately I didn't have the money to study. But who should be the chief mage there at the Arcane University but my old pal, my old wizard friend? So he got me a gig being a janitor, and so I paid my way, worked at night, studied by day, and here I am.
Bloody nepotism.
It's the way the world works, man. It's the way it works.
And Stu, yourself.
Hello, I'm Stigford Stoneheart, a dwarven cleric. I am in service to the deity Edros of the Shadowed Halls. Edros sort of controls the sort of, you might call it the purgatorial element of the newly dead. Once you die, you're essentially strapped to a wheel. He spins the wheel and that decides where you go. He's a very chaotic god. But I was off in the foothills of the Northern Empire with my parents, who were killed in an accident when attacked by wolves. So it was by the wolves' design, I suppose you could say. But I, despite an injured leg, managed to stay alive, thanks to Edros interfering and keeping me alive. Why he didn't keep my parents alive, I don't know. And I'm still upset about it. However, I was directed to the monastery of the order to which I now belong, which promotes his glory. Even though he's never answered my questions about why he has saved didn't save my parents, but did save me. I learned the clerical arts, if you like, and studied history. And so I am your moral guide on this trip.
We're doomed.
Refreshingly wholesome.
Thank you.
Well,
Hello, my name is Yorick von Wilhelm. That's who I'll be playing. I'm a bard. I achieved a lot of success in my younger years as a bard with my band. I was in a band with my girlfriend, whose name was Gorza Gutripper, a half-orc lady. But I come from privileged circumstances. My dad is the Chancellor of the Exchequer. I know. And
Government stooge.
we created an anarchist, a socialist, a left-wing song called "Burn Down the Courts." And my dad and the government didn't like this, so they had the other members of my band, including my girlfriend Gorza, who I'm still deeply in love with, shipped off to all four corners of the land. So I wander the world now as a traveling bard, desperate to find my girlfriend. So basically, I'm playing a lonely, upper-class virgin. It's not typecast in the slightest.
I was about to say, do you see much of yourself in this character?
Yeah, but basically, a remorseful dweeb. So, could be difficult.
No, never mind.
No, you're.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, it's all
Thanks,
good. Don't you
Thanks
worry.
guys. I appreciate it.
And this is going to be interesting. Billy.
My name is Tuppence, bastard of the mountain, legend of the hills, splitter of women, stomper of puddles. Yes, I am a barbarian. Are we calling me a dwarf or are we calling me
You're a halfling.
We're calling me a barbarian halfling, quite frankly, with an insatiable and ridiculous bloodlust, filled with energetic rage, constantly, frequently stupid, but always excited to be amongst the action. I got raised by the hill giants as originally they found me. Nobody knows really where I came from, but took me on as almost a pet, a mascot, but frequently discovered that I was good for scaring anything with my ridiculous desire to shred and tear flesh and cause mischief and mayhem wherever I go. I mean, realistically, it was our lot that killed Reginald's dad. But so this is a little awkward that we're all back here. But hey, we've got past it. It's
Making notes for future plot points.
all good. It's all good. But it wasn't us. It was the hill giant. I was there, but he was very brave in the final moments. Very brave. Very brave.
Can I chime in and say the one note you made on your first page just says hot piss?
Oh yes, well,
character flaw.
the thing about Tuppence is pretty much unaware of any attributes he might have, apart from that he is happily able to tear virtually anything apart. He's an idiot. By God, he's good to have around. He's good fun to have around. Effectively, imagine we're a hand grenade without a pin.
Yeah,
That's pretty much what he is.
What about the hot piss?
Well, the hot piss is because basically his piss will burn through many poorly constructed nettles.
That is not actually a spell in D&D, but I have a feeling I'm going to have to come up with one.
Oh, it's more of a natural reaction. I mean, his shit will burn straight through the Earth's crust, give it half a time. But he's been holding them in for quite some time because he does have a whole fear of his own arsehole. Don't know if I've mentioned that.
I also love as well, every time Billy says his name, he starts off with Tuppence, Bastard of the Mountain, and then the string of words that come after that change and get slightly longer every time.
Yeah.
Squeezer of ducks.
Right, well, with introductions out of the way, gentlemen, I am ready to begin on our first adventure of, hopefully, Campaign 1. So, with that epic narrator voice, see if I can actually keep this up. It is the 102nd year of the Imperial Age. The Empire of Man and Elves have crowned themselves the peak of the civilized world and have united, though some may say conquered, much of the Western territories, and now they have turned their gaze across the Ruby Sea. New lands to colonize, resources to plunder, and other, less civilized cultures to be indoctrinated into the Imperial fold. This is the will of Lord Azrael, God of justice, order, and the imperial truth. His will be done. Born a humble mortal, Azrael and a band of adventurers challenged and slayed the old gods and founded the imperial city of Kanor, with its marble spires and abundant gardens. The hub of trade, commerce, political power, and arcane research, many have flocked to this wondrous city in pursuit of a better life. Yet those not of human or elven descent have often been forced to live significantly harder lives than their more affluent peers. Nowhere is this more abundant than in the towers of the Arcane University. Our story begins with the Archmage what did I say his name was?
Ilariel.
Ilariel, yes.
All going so well already.
Our story begins with the Archmage Ilariel studying the night sky in his private observatory. By studying the movement of the stars and celestial bodies, he can read the winds of magic and unlock yet unknown secrets of the arcane arts. But this tale is not about him. Hard at work sweeping the floors behind him, we meet our first intrepid adventurers. One Reginald Seymour Dibley, as he completes his nightly chores. So, Steve, to start off with, tell us, what is a typical day in the life of Reginald?
Well, you know, I rise at 6. I'm usually awakened by about 5 a.m. where I just lay in bed and just think about magic things and just dream.
Such as?
Things that float.
Wow.
Things that disappear.
This is why I hang out with this guy.
Things that get bigger and things that get smaller. I have the skills of all of those things. And then I attend my early class at 7 a.m. It's usually potions, followed by PE. and then we break for lunch. The sausage and chips is my favorite. They do a particularly good one at the Arcane University. The canteen's wonderful there. It's very good. And then, classes finish around 5 p.m. and then it's off to work for me. I grab my broom, just a regular broom, not a magic fancy one. And I sweep the floors, I dust the chambers, I empty the chamber pots, I chat to some of the elderly members of staff, and that's pretty much my day. It's a dreamy life of hopes and dreams for the future.
So as you walk into the room, sweeping away, the Archmage Ilariel turns. Ah, Seymour, tell me, my boy, how do your studies go?
Well, you know, I've been working hard. I've been trying a new technique for memorizing things.
Such as?
Such as reading things and then trying to remember them. Wow. It's working so far.
It's good strategy.
I think so.
I'm glad I chose you for the scholarship. You know, when I first met you, Reginald, as a boy, so many years ago, I saw great promise in you. I mean, just to think, if you had been born to an affluent, white, elven family, your education would be all but guaranteed. Probably by now you would have quit your education to follow some strange dream about being a wandering minstrel and joined that damn Bard's College. Such a waste. But no, you're here and you're studying. You know, just to think, if you had been given those same opportunities, perhaps you wouldn't be here now.
No, I would probably still at the farm.
Tell me, do you still have that old spell book I gave you?
Oh yes, it's on my person somewhere. Yes, here it is. Yes, I have my book here.
He takes the book from you. The ABCs of the arcane arts. I remember this well. I see the pages are well worn.
Oh yes, thoroughly thumbed.
The enlarging and shrinking spell seems to have been well worn. Just think, how old are you now, Reginald?
I am 46 years old.
A mere 46.
I know, a youngster.
Just think, in maybe a couple more centuries, perhaps one day you too will be the Archmage. Well, at least if you were elven, of course. As a human, that probably would leave you rather elderly indeed. Oh, in fact, I'd hoped that you would have died long before that. That would be most unpleasant.
Well, here I am. I'm keeping up with my fibre intake, and I exercise. So, fingers crossed, I'll be here for a few years yet.
I'll be honest with you, Reginald. My time, I fear, grows short.
No, Master.
And I know it is true. At 178, I find myself, these old bones ache more and more. Tell me, Reginald, care to help an old friend out and brew me a special cup of your dragon scale tea, would you?
Of course, yes. I'll just get my my flagon.
So, as you turn round to presumably make tea for Eladriel, he wanders off kind of to the bookcase kind of here. Suddenly, as you start to brew the kind of alchemical concoctions to brew the tea, you hear a massive commotion kind of head happen just behind you. And as you spin round, you see Eladriel lying prone on the deck with a figure crouching over him. First roll of the campaign. Can you roll for me a perception check for me, please?
Yes, I can.
That would be the D20.
Is this one?
The big one, yes, with all the sides.
18.
18, right. And that plus stuff will be absolutely fine. So as you turn around, you get a good look at the figure in question. And you see what appears to be a female orc with a fancy ornate looking dagger right above the Archmage as he lies on the floor, crimson blood spilling out beneath him. You have about 30 seconds to make your reaction.
I am going to use a spell.
Right. So, what do you want to... You go instinctively seeing this person, right?
Yes, I am going to command them.
Command?
Yes.
Right.
Would you care to be more specific about the command?
Yes, the command. I am going to command... Oh, it's got to be a one-word command, hasn't it? I am going to command them. I'm going to shout diarrhea.
Well, we're setting the tone early.
Steve, I feel you didn't need to use a spell for that. You could have just shouted diarrhea. So as you turn around...
I'm not that influential without magic. I can't just make people excrete at will.
I love how you burn through one of your spells so early doors.
She spins round, somewhat
God,
confused, seeing you. Instantly aware that she's been spotted, she drops the dagger to her side before quickly pulling out a magical item from her side and creating a portal kind of behind her. Now, in creating a portal, this sets off the Arcane University's magical defenses, the use of unauthorized portal magic. So the guards are going to be here very quickly. She quickly runs and jumps through the portal and away. The notes that you managed to pick up with your perception check: she's female, she's of Orcish descent, she has tattoos, and a nose ring. So you get a clear image of all of that. So you have, again, about another 30 seconds, you hear the guards sort of coming. The daggers at the side next to Eladriel's body. What do you do?
I'm going to stand and weep for my beloved master.
So as you crouch down next to...
I could try and help him, but I'm too struck with sadness.
Do you wish to investigate the dagger by chance?
Sounds like
Yes.
he's doing a tactical weeping.
Yes, a tactical weep, and then I'm going to pick up the dagger and have a ruddy good look at it.
Right. So in the 30 seconds, you pick up this dagger. And you notice that on the hilt, there's quite an emblazoned emblem of two theatre masks, one laughing, one crying. And as you are inspecting the dagger, crouched over your master's body, the door bursts open, and 2 of the magical sentries instantly burst in. What's going on here?
I instantly know what you're all thinking. Absolutely, this does not look good.
Sling.
Absolutely.
Sling.
No, it's a fair cop. It's a fair cop. I trust the justice system. I am going to let things take the course.
Okay.
You have about 5 seconds. The portal behind you that the orc jumped through is closing fast. What do you do?
Might be time, Steve, for a tactical weep.
Yeah, I'm going to weep my way as quickly as possible to the portal.
You're diving through the portal?
Yes.
Right, in floods of tears, snot and viscera, at the death of your master, the dagger in hand, you dive towards the portal. However, your hands move of their own accord. You, almost on instinct, you grab Ilariel's spellbook, his prized possession of all his wizarding knowledge, and you dive directly kind of through the portal, and then away.
Eve.
That was close.
Scene 2, the Temple Cardenfeld. Meanwhile, in the Temple of Cardenfeld, in the North Mountain territories of the Empire, we meet our second reluctant hero. Sigfrid Stoneheart, a dwarven cleric in the cult of Edros, lord of the shadows and dwarven god of death and rebirth. He addresses a large congregation of those that have gathered in his temple, for recently a blight has come across the land. No crops will grow. No cattle, no animals have been born or given birth. And even the locals are having troubles conceiving. So, as you stand in front of your congregation, Sigfrid, you have this crowd of people all basically shouting, "Why has Edros abandoned us?"
Right. You know what Edros is like. He's flighty at best. All we can do is continue to pledge our faith, devotion, and allegiance to him. It will get better before it gets worse, unless Edros dictates that it gets worse.
But we did what you said last time. This older gentleman kind of comes forward. I took the remedies that you suggested. Me and the wife, we have been trying to conceive for a while. We shoved a goose egg where you told us to. We used the oil upside down, got the baby goat. What more can we do to please Edros? Maybe you can come home with us tonight and show us what we're doing wrong.
No, God, no. I am merely a servant of Edros. I do not get involved in the egg shoving.
Worst attempt at a threesome I've ever held.
At which point another reluctant townsfolk comes forward. Will he accept a human sacrifice? There are loads on the council board that are practically useless. I'm sure we can spare one or two of them.
Now, listen. I don't think we need to go so far as to rob Edros of another voice cheering his name. That's how he'll view it if I know Edros, and believe me, I'm not sure I do. We must continue to praise and elevate him. He is a jealous god, a vindictive god, and we love him.
Now, what's maybe worth noting is Stu, being a cleric, you have a special connection with Edros.
Yes.
More to the point where when he's displeased, he won't shut the fuck up,
Right.
basically.
Yes.
However, he's been uncharacteristically quiet for him. But you can sense the divine connection. He's there. He's listening. He's just refusing to answer you.
Very well.
So you have this angry mob. He's listening in, but not actually giving you any guidance. How do you want to play this?
Edros is speaking to me now. He demands your faith. Your devotions to him have not been enough. Go home, redouble your efforts, and leave me to my secluded prayer, where my learned pleading shall fall upon his receptive ears.
And as you do so, I feel the other acolytes, maybe of the temple, start kind of shooing out the mob as they kind of close the door, basically on them, as they're kind of scrabbling to kind of get back in. So at this point, you're left alone in the temple with a giant statue of Edros, and it's the statue that you normally pray to.
Uh-huh.
And when you channel your divine connection, it's like literally getting him on speed dial. So, again, how you wish to proceed.
Edros, it is me, your faithful servant. Heed my call. I'm not leaving a message again. This cannot go on. If you want to kill your followers slowly by starvation, that's your prerogative. But I, for one, will not hang around and watch while it happens. Answer me!
At which point, there's a tense silence before suddenly, above the statue of Edros, a giant rip in time and space kind of opens up, and a rather confused... Where's your model? Where have you
left that way?
I might have done. So, yes, a rather confused Reginald Seymour Dibley drops out of the portal in front of you.
Are you Edros?
Forgive me for saying this, as you're obviously a man of the cloth, but what the fuck?
You're not Edros, are you?
No, I'm Reg.
Reg, from whatever that void was. You are clearly a mystic of some sort, oh great Reg.
Sigford! A booming voice calls out in Celestial. So, Sigford, you can understand this. Reginald, unless you have Celestial, I don't think you do. So, the eyes of the statue are glowing this bright, evanescent kind of blue.
Sigford, my servant, I have demands of thee.
Oh, here you are. Now, where were you when the mob was here?
Sigford, shut up.
My lord.
The agents of the other gods have moved against me, and dare steal what is rightfully mine.
Oh, other gods.
Souls bound to me have been taken from the Shadowed Halls, the boundary between life and death violated. The wheel of rejuvenation cannot turn. And until the natural order has been restored, no life shall grow in these lands.
Oh, God. And with the wheel of rejuvenation not turning, no one can be reincarnated to do this all again.
I'm glad you understand the basics of my teaching.
I understand the basics. I've been in this temple for years. Watching you abandon me here and there where the going gets tough, but that's another story.
Enough of your insolence.
It's not insolence, I'm just stating the facts. Who is Reg?
The rules of the great game have been broken. Agents of chaos walk among us. So too have I been forced to intervene in my own self-interest. The man you see before you was destined to die this day. After blindly jumping through the portal, he would have quickly met his end, the same fate as his master, had I not redirected him here. By doing so, I have not only changed his fate, but the fate of all those around him. Such a move, well, on my part, will undoubtedly anger the other gods, and invite retribution. But I will have what is mine set right.
As it should be. He's very tall.
What did he say?
What?
What did he say?
You couldn't hear him?
I just couldn't understand it.
Ah! He says you are my servant.
Oh, right. Fair dues.
I am to look after you and you are to obey me.
Right.
You have been given a second chance at life.
Wonderful. Give us the kindness to help
I'm
me out.
not done.
One moment, he's still talking.
Oh.
I'm sure you can hear. Gods take precedence over servants.
That's fair.
Keep this man safe. While doing so, your actions and destiny are blind to the other gods. Find who dares steal from me and restore balance in my name. Head to the imperial city of Kano,
Kano.
and beware the twin masks of he who laughs.
At which point, you go into like a trance and you see a vision of a shadowy character, long white hair, gaunt features, channeling what seems to be souls from the Shadowed Halls into a glowing green orb. So you have that vision of who might be stealing from Edros as you're seizing. And then finally,
And remember, my child, should you find yourself lost in the dark, put your faith in me, and let my light show you the way.
at which point, materializing next to you, a lantern appears.
Ooh.
Now, there are various death gods throughout the empire and throughout the land. Edros is not the only death god. He's just the god of this particular area and of the kind of dwarven hill tribes. But generally, all the death gods have kind of one thing in common. They all have these kind of lanterns that kind of shepherd the dead, and he has gifted you one such lantern.
Hooray! That should go well with my already racially pure ability to see in the dark.
Don't be ignorant, Sigurd.
I'm not being ignorant.
There are things that your mortal eyes cannot see,
I believe you.
and my light will illuminate.
I understand, my lord. Thank you, my lord, for your gracious favor. I shall look after this man, though he be my servant.
At which point, the halls fall silent.
Well, that was a thing.
Wasn't it? Look, the ground's very dirty. Could you help me up, please?
Well, you are much taller than me. I don't think it's physically, logistically possible.
All right.
But I'll cheer you on as you get up yourself.
All right.
You can do it. You
Okay,
can
give me a
do
count
it.
of 3.
1, 2, 3.
And there we go.
Oh, well
thank you.
done. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Do you know where you are?
I do not. I was in the
You trespass on my temple. You have come through a void of time and space.
not by choice. I was.
No, you were saved by the great Edros,
Oh wow.
fickle god of who knows what today. The land around us is barren. The people cannot conceive. The crops do not grow because Edros' property has been stolen by other gods. And I must save the people of my place and reclaim what is rightfully Edros's.
Right. Well, you do you.
No.
I've got a couple of things on the go at the moment.
He says you're my servant and you have to help me.
Oh, right. Well,
It is the only way
No,
to get you back home.
Steve, you can roll insight to see whether he's bullshitting you.
yeah, I'm going to roll. There's something about you that's not quite kosher.
Is it because I'm small?
Right, tell you what.
Be a beta. Come on.
Stu, you roll deception. Steve, you roll insight.
What am I rolling for deception here?
Roll a d20, and on your skills, I believe, Stu, remind me, what is your deception?
It's +0.
+0. That's what I thought.
3!
3.
2.
What's your insight?
My insight is +3.
+3. So, at first, you're like, oh, well, it must be. Hang on a second. So, it's safe to say you're not buying his bullshit.
Yeah.
So,
I see your tells.
What? My irretrievable smirking?
Yes, and your pupils have enlarged. You're sweating. You're
I'm in the temple. It's a sexy place for a cleric like me.
you've got a tick, and your eyes keep darting to the.
All right. Thank you. Put it this way. I have my task to complete. Help me, and I can probably help you get home.
So be it, my friend.
But let's not go on friends. I mean, we just
Okay, colleague.
thank
colleague.
you.
Yeah.
Just met.
now, if only
dirtied up
you
my
had a
floor.
lead to follow.
So where do you come from?
I come from the city, from the Arcane University. I was there in my master's study
The city called?
called
Kanor.
Kanor. Kanor, yes.
That's where I have to go.
Oh fuck! I don't know if I should really be going back there now. I'm kind of in a bit of trouble.
When you don't fit in here, there's nothing to eat, and everyone wants to try and conceive children. You're best off out of it.
Fair dues. But look, I'll be low key then. Okay.
It's all right. It's all right. How far is it to Kano from here?
It's about a 2 days sort of ride. So if you leave now, you'll have to stop over at an inn, but thankfully there's a village a little bit down the way. But you can wrap up any business kind of here at the temple, then probably head off. So again, in terms of what you were looking for, and I would say, Steve, you're quite keen to clear your name. I would have thought, again, if only you had some kind of trinket that linking to the crime. I can't think what that is.
Wait!
What?
I have this venomous dagger.
There we go.
Look closely, it's the most unusual thing. I've never seen something like it before. It's got a strange symbol on the hilt. As you can see, it has 2 faces. A smiley one and a frowny one.
A frowny one?
Frowny one.
You university types with your fancy words.
Andros, you've done it again. Well, that's where we must go. Those acolytes of that evil thieving god must be made to pay.
Quite right. Let us set off now, and we might find a brewer's fair along the way or something.
Maybe so. I just need a quick pee.
Okay.
Can you help me out of my armor?
Now I'm finished.
Oh, God.
I couldn't have done that. I melted straight through.
Yep, seared right through the metal.
This way.
Meanwhile, in the hills to the north, our next would-be adventurer has found himself in a dire situation. A bard by the name of Yorick von Wilhelm has been captured and is being held prisoner by a pack of hill giants. After a quest to raid an ancient barbarian tomb, out of his original party, only 3 remain. So in this little cage that we have kind of going on here, we have Yorick. We also have a human fighter and called Derek, and a elven rogue named Thimble. As they turn around and just go, I still blame the fucking bard. I mean, you didn't need to play the stealth spell at full volume.
Yeah, I'm here and I can hear you.
Well, good. 2 of our party are dead already.
Yes, but, you know, we're still a team. We can still work together. Frankly, I didn't come here to be insulted.
Derek pipes in. This was just a guild job for me. I thought it would be easy money, picking over some old tomb.
I'm sorry? What?
Picking over some old tomb. Why do you always mock my accent?
That's not the accent's the words you're saying. Pecking over some old tomb. What the fuck does that mean?
Have you never heard of that?
No, what's pecking over an old tomb?
Like pecking, like a bird, like pecking through.
over.
Why am I explaining this to you?
This is a figure of speech I've never heard. I'm not going to let it slide. I still don't know what it means. What are you talking about?
It doesn't matter. We're all doomed for this world, as one of the hill giants kind of walks in and just goes, I'm getting hungry. Right. Do I want one of them thick, ripe humies? Or perhaps one of them navy ears? Or the one in the middle that's a bit of half and half?
No. You don't want me. My family's very inbred. I'll taste off. Like when you have milk in the fridge and then the use by date is
He talks a lot.
You can sniff me. You can tell I'm bad. Like old meat.
He reaches back over his shoulder and picks out what appears to be a gyrating ball of ginger fury as he plonks down.
What's up, bitch?
A somewhat enraged halfling at his side. And here we meet our final unlikely hero. Tuppence was a simple creature of pure instinct and barely contained psychotic rage. Orphaned as a child, he was kept by the hill giants as a sort of mascot. He genuinely believes that one day he will grow to match the size and stature of the rest of the tribe.
300 years?
Now, Billy, these are your people.
Yeah.
They have raised you since birth.
Yeah.
So, do you have names for them all?
I'll give them their actual names. We've got Bogass. We've got Flapper. Pete. Pies, and Pete. He's named all his limbs Pies. And Alison.
Alison. I hope you're taking note of all of these. So which one's the one next to you?
That's Alison.
Alison. Right. So, Alison.
Kind of like my uncle.
Right. Which one do you think we should pick out next?
Boil the bloody lot of them.
No.
Come on, let's make stovies. Yes!
No, honestly.
Just boil them all down. Have you ever sucked in a femur? Particularly with this one that says he's off.
No, honestly.
I think he's just right. He's like an avocado. It's going to be fucking squishy.
No, honestly, if I was an avocado, I'd have bits of brown in me. I'm slightly off. Do you know when you open up cheese from the fridge?
Why does he keep talking? Why does he keep talking?
And you go,
Let me
that's-
suck his balls out through his fingers.
What?
Right. At which point, the giant opens the cage and smacks Will right to the back.
Ow, my dorsum.
So, and Will, for your insolence, you can take 3 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Bang.
Ow, my dorsum.
At which point, he grabs in. Which one do you want?
Is that one a lady?
I'm sorry?
Oh, you're talking to him?
No. the Thimble, the female elf, she's kind of pushing Derek towards you. Just going, take him!
Yeah. I like the ones that won't defend their friends. Let's eat her.
Oh, thank God for that.
Fear tastes like cheese. It's just a word I've learned.
As Alison drags her off back to the rest of the encampment. As she turns, is it a she or is it a he? Alison.
I'm not really sure. That's not really how we operate.
Right, fair enough. Well,
I mean,
I think you said he was a he. Is he like an uncle to you or something?
yeah, well, again, it's a word I don't really understand. We're quite fluid in this type of thing. Fair enough. I've got a vagina. I won't tell you what it is.
At which point, Alison turns to you, Tuppence. Keep an eye on these two while we boil this one.
Like soup. It's going to be lovely.
We'll call you when dinner's ready.
Better get a high chair.
I'm sorry?
Get a high chair. I'm talking to my uncle.
I thought you were
Alison.
talking to me.
Not talking to you. You shut your face. You're going to be pudding.
Don't need, I'm not going to be pudding. I taste
Yeah,
off.
you're gonna be pudding.
Honestly, have you ever had oil? You ever had oil? You ever had oil that's been in the cupboard for far too long? You pour the oil out and you go, I thought oil doesn't go off. But you sniff it and you go, no, I think this oil's off. I'm like that oil.
I live in the hills. We suck oil out the ground. It's like a smoothie to us.
You suck oil out of the ground.
Straight out the ground, baby.
From the earth's mantle.
Straight out the ground.
You have to dig
Got a
pretty
big
deep.
straw. Got a very big straw. We've just made it together from hollowed out femurs. Tasty.
Okay, I don't have any further questions.
Good, I'm glad.
Derek is sort of pleased to you. You're not one of these brutes, I think.
Correct.
Not you.
I keep the ear. Everyone's
You're
talking
such
to me.
self-importance. You're clearly talking to me.
I'm sorry, it's dark in here.
What if we were to offer you all kinds of shiny things?
I've got shiny things.
Not
I'm
you!
wealthy.
So he.
Why are you offering him shiny things?
Yes, I'm from a wealthy
I'm the one who can
family.
get you out. Have a word with your mate. He's an idiot. He's not like me. I'm very smart. Smart.
Derek goes into one of his pockets and pulls out kind of like a shiny purse. Look, shiny things. You can let us go, no?
No. What? Yes. I mean, I could. What are the shiny things?
Lots of shiny things. You see that bag of loot that you stole from us? We have all kinds of shiny things in there. If you let us go and get back to the Kanor's Adventurers Guild, you'll get a fair share.
Yes.
There were 5 of us to begin with.
We've got gold, we've got silver, we've got Nintendo 64. We've got everything.
I don't know what that is.
It's
but
got
okay.
GoldenEye on it.
I am struggling with all these words.
It's got GoldenEye and 4 controllers. You can
What
have-
I do know is you said shiny things.
Yes.
Means letting you go. And Boggars has been a bit rough recently. And
the
don't
con-
even get me started on Flapper.
All of the controllers have a rumble pack. It's like you're immersed in the game.
See, you're saying all these words, but I have no idea what they mean.
Why does nobody want to play Nintendo with me?
Well, stop calling it your Nintendo, first of all.
But I just want to clear up one thing. You're totally all right with us eating your pal.
Yeah, we're just all temp workers. We didn't know each other before this job. Have him as well. You just need to let me go.
Whoa. I offered you to play my Nintendo earlier, and now you're saying, feed me to the big bastards? Well, I know we're just temps. I thought we were getting along.
You got us captured!
Yes, we got us captured. So I really
Are you
think...
talking about me?
What?
I didn't get you
Can someone turn
captured you.
Can somebody turn the lights on in here? I never know who's speaking to whom. Look,
Are you talking to me now?
yes,
Right, okay, sorry.
can you just let us go?
Well, I've opened the door quite some time ago. So,
Excellent.
I thought this was like a done deal.
Oh, great. Well, I'm going to leave.
Right. So, Billy, have you made the decision to let these guys go?
Listen, here's the thing. I like the cut of your jib. I don't know what a jib is, but I like the word cut. But your friend here is doing an awful lot of talking. So here's what I'm proposing. You give me
It's also got Mario Kart 64.
Again, I don't know what these words
You
are.
and me on Rainbow Road.
On the proviso, I can eat at least a limb or two off your pal.
Deal. You know what? Take all 4 limbs.
Ah! You see how no.
Do I not get to say it?
Shut up, you're dessert. And I always have dessert first. They don't know me. I'm practically a teenager. I'm 378 years old. They don't even let me keep tissues in my room. Nom.
Right. So, you have decided to let the prisoners go.
One and a half of them.
However, if you're wanting to get all your shiny things and whatever this Nintendo that you speak of, you're going to have to get it from the Hill Giants, who are currently cooking your friend.
You got to get it. That's the deal.
Okay.
You don't go anywhere.
Well, I'm a master. I'm a master of subterfuge and disguise. I am going to walk past them undetected.
All right. This I have to see.
Well, first of all, you have to roll a stealth check for me.
D20?
Yes.
2.
2. Right.
I'm just going to sit back on my beanbag that's made of the arses of accountants and watch.
So,
He's not taking off his knee symbols.
as you get there, they instantly kind of all spin round. Right? Now, which one's this one at the back, Billy?
Let's see. This is Alison. That's Bogarts, the Worsley.
Bogarts. What's this? Tuppence, I thought I gave you an order.
Suck my balls! Come on, get down here!
Am I gonna have to get the big stick again?
I'm not scared of you, you big stick.
gotta-
Listen, it's about time. I'm a teenager, goddammit. I'm 367 years old.
Spare the rod. At which point he leans down to the pile of loot that you kind of got from the tomb and picks out what looks like this giant, ornately carved axe. And as he grabs the axe, suddenly it sparks into life. Red energy kind of courses through, and up you see the veins bulge in Bogart's arm. You defy me again! And he turns and smacks. Who's this one?
Oh, that's Flapper.
Flapper gets it right in the side of the head.
Yay!
The other two turn in shock. So that's Alison, as this pies, and
Pies, and
pies, and Pete's. Bogart, what are you? And then suddenly gets the axe right in the head. Herself.
Them.
And Alison, sort of looking shocked. What do you do that for? And the two suddenly start kind of grappling with each other. And smacking each other about. Alison's trying to grapple from Bogart. Doesn't manage to get a hold of it, but does manage to smack Bogart in the side. And the two of them basically knock each other out.
You see, I'm a master of disguise.
No, Hell Giants are just clumsy bastards.
No, I'm a master.
The axey thing.
No.
The axey thing.
No, it's because I disguised myself.
No, you did
Anyway,
not.
I'm going to go over to the chest and retrieve my Nintendo 64.
At which point, Derek sort of turns, does this mean I get to keep all my limbs?
Not the leg.
Your leg's getting munched, sorry.
I mean, it's a principle that I live by. I've got a few codes, but one of them is if I say I'm going to eat you, I got to have a bit.
Look, you all seem like reasonable sorts.
Really? Really? He's going to eat your leg.
You've got poor judgment. You've got awful judgment.
How about I let you keep the rest of the loot and you just let me go. We don't need to talk about this anymore. I'll just quietly head off.
What do you? I think it's moral to let him go, but I also think once you've planted your feet, you can't back down. I think you should eat his leg.
The thing is, I don't really see what you're going to do to stop me just taking the loot anyway. So you're not really in a bargaining position, to be honest.
Yes, I mean, look at it one way. Look, there's a fork in the road here. One is he eats your leg and we get the loot. The other fork in the road is you try to leave and he eats your leg and we get the loot. So, I mean, sounds like we should be taking the option with a free leg for you.
No.
How about I propose a third option?
Ooh.
Sex.
I mean,
Turn to the Scarpers.
Cut! Now I'm hungry.
But no, you wouldn't like my legs. You wouldn't like my legs. You know when you go into the fridge. You know, you use the fridge, and
again, these are not things we have in the hills.
you go right to the back, and you see a jar of olives, and you go, the olives are in brine, it's probably fine. Then you open it and you go, oh, that's what my legs would taste like, off olives.
That's first clue what olives are.
I've also got The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, but that's a single-player game. I could play it and you could watch.
Well, in that case...
Me getting the Master Sword, slicing Ganon's legs off.
As I have turned on what I'll laughingly refer to as my family, and they're at the moment just barreling into each other at quite a rate. Right, go on then, go on. Let's take a look and get out of here.
Excellent. All right, let's go to the loot and let's play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on Nintendo 64. Now, do you have access to a television and also a plug and also electricity?
These are things that what are these?
What?
I thought you were the smart one.
I am.
Moving swiftly on, how do you plan on transporting this loot back to Kanor?
I think we need a courier. Do you have a courier app on your phone?
Again, these are words that
These are all words.
I've got a tablet that I've just carved the word tablet into. Does that help?
Well, let's try it.
I think I'm better signal.
That's a shame.
Why don't I carry them?
Yeah, so.
I'm very strong.
Okay, let's do that.
But just to make this clear, I will cut you open like a tin of beans if you cross me in any way, shape, or form.
Oh no, I'm a tin of beans in the back of the pantry.
I don't care. I literally will squeeze you like a wet rag and drink you. I will do it.
Dreadful.
I will do it. I'll level with you. I'm getting close to doing it right now.
Okay. Well, I'll let you carry my things.
My eyes are down here.
Oh, sorry.
Right, first of all, you keep looking right over my head.
Sorry.
And that is pissing me right off.
Impossibly short. I'm very sorry.
Well, impossibly short. Maybe you're aggressively tall. Do you know something? I might figure out a way to carry this load. It might be up your arse if you don't watch your fucking toad.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow.
That's how this is going to work.
I said we could play GoldenEye 007. I said we could play Mario Kart 64.
You're going to have a bumpy head like a character in fucking GoldenEye if you don't watch it.
Those are three of the best games on Nintendo 64.
So,
it's going up your dirty pocket if you don't watch it.
So I'm going to say that Will goes to secure the loot to kind of strap to Tribble's back. Doing so, Tribble,
My name is Tuppence.
Oh, sorry, Tuppence. That was the original draft.
It wasn't.
Yeah. Right. So Tuppence looks down and sees the axe in Boggart's hands. And for a rare moment, there is silence in your mind. And just the word.
Tuppence. Claim me.
Is everything going on? You're right.
Shut up!
Wow. Wow.
I'm having my first moment ever.
I've experienced what silence feels like.
I don't know what this is.
Roll for me a wisdom saving throw.
Which one is that?
The biggest dice, and on your sheet, under saving throws, you're adding your wisdom.
So, it's nothing.
Yeah, I thought so.
Just say that. So, did it in here?
Just wherever, you can do it in there, or...
1. Oh, is that 7? That's a 7.
So, the entire world melts away. All you see is this axe kind of calling out to you. And before you know it, you're standing there, this axe in hand, as Wilhelm has strapped all the loot together, kind of, and well, over to you, Will.
A bungee cords it all together, and now all you need to do is strap it to the top of your head. I've created a little helmet for you, so you can carry it on the top of your head, then you can use your arms. It's ergonomic. And you know what your hands are good for? That's right, playing the Nintendo 64 with me, your best friend, Yorick von Wilhelm.
Have you drawn a face on on the treasure chest that's on my head? Have you drawn a face on that?
Yes, I've drawn your face.
You're talking to it right now!
I've drawn your face in the treasure chest so I can always be looking at your eyes.
Why can't you look down?
Oh, I've got neck pain.
Oh,
I've got neck pain.
that's right. Just made me feel bad.
So you hear wolves in the distant distant hills as night starts beginning to fade. If you head out now, there's a chance. There's a small village and an inn about a few hours from your current location. You were planning on staying there the night anyway. So if you kind of stay the night, you can probably head to Canor the next day.
Well, I think we should go to the inn, rest there, and go to Canor the next day. It's the most logical solution.
I've never kind of left the mountains.
You know?
No.
Too busy sucking oil through a big straw.
It's what we do! It's what we do!
Well, look,
Don't knock it till you've tried it.
Look, we can go to the inn, we can relax, and we can go to Canor. Look, I'm desperately searching for my girlfriend. Yes.
Well, I didn't see that coming.
What?
Okay, that's...
No, wait, what?
That's fine. No, it's
that's
cool.
right.
No, it's cool.
Actually, it's quite insulting. What?
No, it's cool. It's all good.
What?
Hey, I'm on board. Let's go to your inn.
Wait.
Is that our name?
But no. My love's name is Gorza. Gorza Gut Ripper. Half orc.
Sexy.
Well, no.
That's very pretty.
Well, yeah. Don't you be having a
Does
pop.
she look like you?
What? No, she's half orc.
Oh, it's just you're quite pretty.
Sorry.
So, nothing. I'm good. Let's go to the inn. What
Right.
happens at the inn?
Scene 4, the tavern. As night falls, our heroes make their way to the cozy, unassuming village of Summerstream and its local tavern, the Lazy Oak. A stout dwarf, Darian, tends bar, and the local patrons revel in drunken merriment as an orcish bard, Bernard, entertains the crowd. So, in our little tavern that we have here, Sigford and Reginald have already arrived ahead of time and have got themselves a drink. There seems to be some sort of bare-knuckle boxing ring organised by this ogre sort of gentleman here. Over here, we have a slightly thrifty, shady-looking gentleman kind of playing cards and kind of gambling. What appears to be one of the local priests and a bit of a harlot to the side. And the dwarf kind of up there, tending bar, and some possibly shady characters up at the back. And this fellow here, which we'll get to in a second. And so, as Wilhelm and Tuppence make their big arrival.
Hello, everybody.
Dun, 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 dun.
Is there room at the inn? Ha ha ha, we've booked ahead.
As you enter, Bernard kind of turns round. Wilhelm! It's been too long, my friend.
Hello, Bernard. How are you? Has the wife still left you?
Indeed she has. So, to be fair, it was pretty inevitable.
Go on.
Well, you know how it is,
Check these scroll history.
Yes.
Some odd things in there.
Yes.
To be fair, I shouldn't have written them all down. I feel that's what kind of did me in.
Yes, yes, it's a parchment scroll. That was your first mistake.
Yeah, dear.
Well, look, beers all round.
Great! So I take it that you're paying for this entire establishment.
Yes, of course, it's my round. Don't be ridiculous. I mean, he doesn't have money. Look at him.
I technically do have all the money.
He looks at Tuppence kind of up and down. I fear there's a story here, which we'll get to later on.
Is it the loot strapped to his head via a helmet that's...
I had noticed, yes.
I'm down here! Both of you pricks, I'm down here!
So his real eyes are there, but his painted eyes are up here. That way it's just easier.
He sort of gets down on one knee and pinches your cheek, Tuppence, and just goes, "Oh, and what is your name, little one?"
I'll bite his fucking nose off.
Don't do that, Bernard's an old friend. We used to roll sushi together.
So I take his nose out of my mouth.
Well,
any friend of Bollock Chops here is a friend of mine. I know that's not your real name, but
Yorick von Wilhelm.
I'm not learning any of those words. He's a good boy.
Yeah, honestly, the things that this man can do with some raw salmon and a bit of rice paper, you wouldn't believe.
Oh, those days are behind me.
No, come on, you're still one of the finest sushi chefs in the land. Come on.
To be fair,
Sushi!
Sushi! Sushi! Sushi! Sushi!
Quite a commotion on the other end of the bar. I don't know who Susie is, but she must be.
Well, it's like that sometimes. It's Thursday night, you see. It's curry club night. And, cheap drinks.
so it's been a while since I've been, out touring the local scene, Wilhelm. I say, why don't we make things slightly more interesting?
I'm not having sex with you again, Bernard.
It was one time. It was dark.
It was one time, and I'm still. My heart is with my girlfriend, who I'm still trying to find.
You've not heard.
What?
Gaza, you've not heard.
I've not heard what.
She's not real! I bloody knew it!
She's very real. She's got a face and everything. What do you mean I've not heard?
She's touring again.
Touring?
Yes, round Kano. And he produces a flyer.
Oh my God! 20% off printing.
Wrong flyer.
Oh my God!
So as you inspect the leaflet, you
Uh-huh.
see,
Only 2 tits. Hideous.
Oh, Dave.
a picture of Gaza. Yeah, she's part of some, strange underground movement,
Like a mole.
Well, more like what you guys used to roll back in the day.
Oh, musically, I understand.
Something Laughing Guild or something. I've heard some, words whispered in shadows. Quite punk rock, if you ask me.
My God, well, she's touring in Kano. We have to go to Kano immediately.
Surely you could spend one evening.
Well,
Weren't you heading there anyway?
Yeah, I'm going to go there tomorrow.
yeah.
A rest, haven't you? You
Yes.
just spent the last 2.5 hours explaining what a fucking in is.
Yes.
You've arrived. So far, I've nearly bit this bastard's nose off. You won't even look at me in the face now. You're getting all horned up, and I can feel the heat. You're getting all horned up over this strumpet.
I am getting horned up. You're disgusting.
Disgusting.
Tell me what an inn is.
It is an establishment. Hang on, I've written it down. Well, I'm not really writing it down. I've just drawn a picture of this puppy we saw.
Quite an interesting friend that you have picked up along the way. Are you hoping to adopt?
What? Oh, adopt him. No. He's just an unpaid servant. Slave,
What?
that's the word.
What?
Now I'll buy you a drink.
You're meant to be my best friend. Bring that nose down here. I'm going to bite it fucking off.
No, look, I'll buy you a drink. Look, it's Curry Club on a Thursday. They've got Echo Falls on tap. It's a fine establishment.
So,
Here's the real situation. I basically kidnapped him.
Well, I kidnapped him.
He doesn't quite understand that the kidnapping is taking place.
It was a gentleman's agreement.
a gentleman's agreement, a co-kidnapping, if you will.
as long as the kidnapping was consensual, I don't know. It doesn't matter who kidnapped who, really.
Well, there was no spit involved, so I assume it was consensual.
Bernard, about that drink.
Your name's Bernard.
Yes, I know.
You just said your own name like a Pokemon.
Why don't we make this interesting?
Why did you say your own name?
He brings.
He's reminding himself who he was.
Yes, I'm reminding what character I am.
There's nothing wrong with that.
He brings out his loot, which is. You've known Bernard for some time, and this loot is magically infused. You know, it's got properties above and beyond just a regular kind of loot.
That's like yours, but that one's good.
The mine loot's big enough. It's not
Ours is bigger.
It's not the size of loot you
Why
got.
don't we
Look at the
wager?
bulge on it.
What?
Why don't we wager?
Okay.
We entertain the crowd each. Who can give the most sterling performance? Not only buys the rounds for the entire pub, but I will wager Lily here.
Lily?
That's my loot.
Oh, right. You named your loot?
That's not right. That's not right.
Yeah,
you haven't named yours, have you?
No, of course I haven't. What am I?
I thought you named yours Nintendo.
No. The Nintendo 64 is a games console that fell through a magic portal from the otherwhere. And when that fell down, I was able to play a variety of games on it. The loot is just called loot.
Let me explain what this Nintendo thing is.
Please don't. Right.
It's a picture that he has drawn, and it's a complete fraud.
Just you wait till I find a plug.
Now, if I was a slightly more capable freestyle rapper myself, I would actually engage you in a full-on rap battle. However, I am going to take the coward's way out as Bernard, and I'm going to roll a performance check on him. That's the number to beat. Now, Will, seeing as you have a particular skill set that might be useful here in real life, I will give you the opportunity, if you wish to real life freestyle this, I will give you advantage on the roll, as well as a point of inspiration, which is basically a free reroll for your efforts.
Yes, let's do it.
Cool. So, starting off with Bernard, he jumps onto the table. You're magically infused with his loot, gives a sterling performance, and promptly falls off.
Yes!
Yeah! See, the bet at the end!
Well
the
done.
bet at the end! I'm gonna kidnap him!
Yes.
I'm gonna kidnap him!
I'm not joking, I rolled a nat 1.
The bet at the end, I mean, the music was crap, but the bet he fell over. Yes!
At which point the bar keeps sort of watch slippery. So while Bernard is coming to his senses, Will, you can take the stage.
Excellent. Time to entertain all the patrons here. Now, I'll have you know, I am one of the best bards in the whole goddamn country, and I've come here to entertain you all. And if I drop a sick rhyme with my loot, I guarantee that this man will be paying for all the rounds. 3, 4. Yeah, that is right. You know it is the truth. Busting some sick rhymes here on my loot. I need to just say, I'm sicker than cholera. You'll get a pint. Every single warrior, every single orc, every single dwarf. I think that might be a slur, of course. I'm not really sure. It's bad for your health. Sorry, not dwarves. I should have said elves. Anyway, it's just so profound. I think this guy will be buying you around. Because let me tell you, as I spit this, every single rhyme is so wicked. And let me think. The styles I speak. Let me just think. What's the day of the week? It's Thursday. Yes, it's just so profound. Thursday, motherfuckers. Tikka masalas all round.
But there was no falling.
So, Will, please roll a performance check with advantage.
D20?
D20.
18.
18. That plus the crowd absolutely goes wild. Here, have a point of inspiration.
Yeah.
So that is basically a free reroll whenever you want.
Sick.
So, after a few moments, Bernard sort of gets up rather confused. Oh, what happened?
It seems like you tried to bust a sick rap and then fell over.
Shut yourself.
I was wondering what that was. So with that, Bernard, she served me well, but after that performance, clearly, you were meant to have her.
Oh.
Oh, look at the size of it. It's not
Such a big throbbing loot. It's not the size of the loot, it's what you play on.
Well, why are you sniffing it? You seem delighted. What's the problem?
Not sniffing it. I'm sniffing it. God, it smells oaky.
After basically dying on his arse, Bernard looks somewhat visibly upset at his kind of final performance. I think it's probably time I retired again. But, Wilhelm, one bit of advice. When you find Gut Ripper, don't let her go.
I won't let her go. I'll hold her tight. Tight to my bosom. She's my betrothed, my beloved, you know.
This is the woman in the picture.
Yes, look. Look, I think 2 tits is a reasonable number of tits. Any number of tits is good, but there's nothing wrong with 2.
You've never had sex with someone that's got 5 tits. That's all I'm gonna say. Honestly, it's like having 2.5 people trying to punch at you all the time. You ride the wave. Well, I'll get you some for your stag night. Don't worry.
I'm going to have to write the sentence. Right. And with that, Bernard takes his leave. So, it's probably at this point, this individual, having the stirring performance kind of go on, this individual kind of approaches Seymour and Reginald. Well, what do we have here?
Stigford. Not Seymour. I'm Stigford. He's Reginald and
No,
Seymour.
I was narrating the scene. He doesn't know your names yet.
I know that. You said Seymour and Reginald. That's 2 people. That's one person.
He tried to keep track of everyone. I wrote all their characters as well. Here's the other thing. I really should. We've gone through several drafts.
It's not easy to hold 4 names.
Well, I gave him bloody 3, and he keeps coming up with new ones.
Tuppence, you start with Tuppence.
Right. Anyway, he comes up, and in his hands, he's flicking cards and performing kind of close-up kind of magic tricks, and just goes, "So, you look like men of chance. Would you care to place a little wager with myself for some extra coinage?
We are not men by chance. We are men by birth.
No, men of chance.
I don't. That goes against my religion. Maybe my friend here would like to risk it all with such an obvious card shark.
What, this handsome gentleman?
Clearly never seen many gentlemen.
Surely one as accomplished as yourself would, be willing to put a little bit of coin on the table.
Yes, go on. I could do with the entertainment.
Well, ordinarily I wouldn't. However, you silver-tongued devil, you've taught me around. I thought, what the hell? I had an extreme brush with chance just earlier today, so I'm feeling good.
So as he comes up to the table, he lays these cards out in front of you. So, yep, roll perception or insight. You can choose which one.
18 plus 1 for perception.
Right. You see that when he does, there's a slight shimmer to the cards, and you suddenly get a hint that he's sleight of hand or magically infusing the cards somehow to give him the advantage.
Hey, excuse me, David fucking Blaine. What's going on?
Who is this David Blaine fellow?
This David, look, I read about him in a tome that I found once.
Is he one of your fancy majors at the university?
No, he's like you. He's a bloody fraud.
Fraud?
Yes.
Fraud in a tavern?
Perceptive you are. Right, very well. I will not, gild my cards, shall we say.
Sorry, we weren't going to be listening to that bit.
Sorry, the sound travels well over the
There's
tavern.
good stuff over here.
Yes.
Fraud!
Right. Roll for me. Do you want to cheat? Are you going to try anything dodgy?
No, I'm a good boy.
You good boy?
I'm a good boy.
Right.
Yeah.
How much are you wagering, first of all?
I'm gonna wager 5 platinum.
You don't have life pass.
Okay. What do I?
You have 10 gold.
10 gold. Well, I will wager.
You're still going to wager with a fraud?
Yeah, I'm feeling good about this. Okay?
Oh,
Okay,
God.
just pray for me, okay? I'm going to wager 3 gold.
3 gold?
Yeah.
Very well. I will raise you that. So, he puts 3 gold on, 3 gold. Right. Roll off. Which one?
9.
9.
I'm sorry, my friend. It is mine.
Shit up a rope.
Double or nothing?
Yes! Yes! I'm feeling in the zone now. The gods are smiling. Are you praying?
No, I am not. I am
fucking
so
pray!
Although, you can cast guidance.
Yes, I was looking at. It's a waste of a guidance spell, so you win money against a fraud in a pub.
Well, it's double or nothing, so you'd get bugger all. He'd just not lose his
Best
money.
of luck, Mr. Good Times.
Look, if I win, then you'll get extra Cora. Right.
I don't know the names of the common whores of this inn.
Hey, you're what?
Right,
What?
let's go
That
again.
couple over there are having a really shit night.
Oh.
I'm sorry, my friend. It's clearly not your night. But don't worry. You are a handsome fellow nonetheless. And as he goes down...
I'm not going on the game.
Yeah, after this point.
Right. So, roll again perception for me.
16 plus 1.
16 plus 1. Okay, at a 17, you notice that as he sweeps down to get his winnings, you almost miss it, but he's down at your belt, grabbing the dagger.
Oh, hang on, you cheeky monkey.
I'm sorry, I simply slipped.
It slipped. More like deliberately tried to steal something, am I right?
How dare you, good sir? I am Fidley Monclean. I am respected in these lands.
Did you say Fiddly Moncray?
Fiddly.
I had Finley down, but he's now Fiddly.
Okay.
Fiddly Von Crane.
Did he just say his name's Fiddly Von Crane?
Ah, man, I'm not going to deal that table, tell you that.
Weird.
Well, why don't we do a poll of everybody here? Is everyone listening?
Oh yes, sound travels very well across the tavern.
Everyone listening, right? Does anybody know this fellow here?
It's Fiddly Moncray.
Fiddly Moncray.
He just said his name's Fiddly Moncray.
No, but does
I'm
anybody
not
know
joking.
him?
I have just rolled a nat 20 on his stealth check. He buggers.
Oi!
Where did Fiddly go?
What are you talking about?
Well, I think I handled that admirably.
I think you lost a lot of money to a con
Mark
man.
down 6 gold. You're on 4, I believe, at this stage. So, with that being the case, this gentleman comes over, a Qatari merchant, who is a feline race from the desert. They're known for kind of nomads. They have kind of various wagons, all known to peddle sort of magical goods.
Don't think he has 6 tits.
As he walks by your table following this kind of altercation, he stops just in front of you guys.
2 beers, please.
I do not work here.
And a Rogan Josh as well.
He starts sniffing around you, Seymour.
I've been travelling all day. All right.
How peculiar. I would say that you have the whiff of destiny about you, but except
By Calvin Klein.
you do not. It's almost as if your destiny has been masked somehow. Most interesting. He sort of looks down, and before you know it, he's got the dagger.
Oh, for fuck's sake! What is it with everybody in this dagger?
Good craftsmanship. Very lethal, I see. Tell me, as he hands it back to you, how did you come to procure such an interesting curio?
Well, it's a funny story. I was just chatting with my old pal, and suddenly, this bloody female orc just appeared out of nowhere and brutally slayed my master with said dagger.
Would keep your voice down, friend. You do not know who listens in this tavern.
We're listening. Did he have to specify she's a female orc?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a
And you're
bit
not meant to say the O word unless you are the O word.
Exactly.
It's not cool. It's not cool.
racist and sexist.
Yeah.
The merchant kind of looks over and sees you guys kind of talking. I feel that by uniting all of you, I will be invoking the tides of chaos, but oh, what is a little fun. So he kind of brings you guys over to the table.
Put me down! I am not. I know I might look like a pile of boxes, but there is a person in here.
I'm happy to be carried. It makes me feel like a baby.
I'm gonna bite his fucking
2
knees off.
beers, please.
Oh god, I don't work here either.
God.
I'm gonna bite this prick's knees off.
Can I have a Rogan Josh?
Yindy feels that
2 beers.
you have more in common than you might think. Some clearly more than others. But still, while I might invoke the tides of chaos by bringing you together in this meeting,
I'm going to invoke the tides of chaos after I've had this Rogan Josh.
Oh, you're having a Rogan Josh as well?
Yes.
We should be friends.
Yindy is prohibited from dealing directly in the great game. However, a subtle nudge here and there did not go amiss. So, this dagger of yours, the markings are quite distinctive. I believe you too have lost something that you hope to gain back.
Yes, my girlfriend.
And you seek someone who has stolen something from someone close to you. I feel your paths converge. If you need Yindy, I will be about. My services are available to adventurers such as you. But I shall leave it now for you guys to talk.
Before you go, one question.
Yes?
How many tits do you have?
Fuck you.
Valid answer.
Do you want to share some poppadoms?
Oh, yes, please. We can
Well,
go halves.
Yeah, well,
I've
how
only
many?
got 4 gold.
That will get us a pickle tray. Do you like the lime pickle, the mango chutney?
It's a bit too spicy.
The
I
lime
like-
pickle a bit too spicy.
Yes, I do like the spicy. onions.
Davids, what's your name?
Let me look it up. Stickford Stoneheart.
Let's
Who are these
I see you
pricks?
ended up with one of these as well.
I know. and mine's taller than yours. The height differential. I mean, it's ludicrous.
I mean, it's how
You would think exponentially someone that tall would be better than he is.
Do you reckon?
The first time I met him, he just fell on the floor.
Do you reckon we should have rice and naan? Because I mean, you never have rice and naan and the curry and are able to finish it all. Speaking
You
personally.
can bring the party together, but you can't force them to engage with the plot.
Well, what do you want? Do you want rice naan?
Right!
What?
Chips.
You want chips?
I'm taking this box off my head. I've had enough.
Quite right.
I want to know what's going on, because I'm monumentally confused. This one's got a dagger that I want. I'm beginning to think you're not going to put out. So, we need to do something.
Wait a minute. What's that bit of paper sticking out of your pocket?
It's 20% off printing.
Oh, no, the other one. Can I have
Oh,
a look?
yes, of course. The flyer for my girlfriend's band. She's playing in the
There we go.
city of Kano tomorrow.
Wait. Who? She's who?
It's my girlfriend. She's called Gorza Gut Ripper.
I know this woman.
What?
I know this woman.
Oh, please.
I knew it.
You're not Nigel, are you? Her ex-boyfriend.
No!
It was just a high school thing, she said, but I mean,
No.
he keeps getting in contact.
She looks familiar.
She looks familiar. You know her.
Yes, I believe I saw her this morning.
What? Where?
She killed my master!
Well, that's, I don't want to be the one to say it, but that's orcs.
Hey, that's the O word. You've got to be careful with it. And secondly,
Yeah, right.
wow. What?
Oh, she murders folk. This
No,
has
she-
got much more
No,
interesting.
she would never murder folks. It can't
He
have
said
been her.
that. He said it.
It
He
could-
I
said
saw her!
Can't have been her. She's a kind woman.
she's a big murdering bastard. That's what he said.
No, she isn't.
A big green murdering bastard
But how
with
sure,
only 2 tits.
how sure are you on a scale of, and 2 tits is a reasonable number of tits.
I don't know, man.
How sure are you on a scale of 1 to 10
Well, you know,
that this
that's
is
fine.
definitely her?
11.
I am no longer sharing my pickle tray with you.
Fine. Get your own fucking pickle tray.
I will get my
Fine.
fucking pickle tray.
You saw someone murder her by her this morning and you did nothing.
The bartender comes over. Who ordered the chips? Who ordered the poppadons? Naan bread?
Oh my god, you were listening in? That's amazing.
And 2 beers, please!
Where are my smiley faces, Bernard?
No, that was the orc. This is the bartender.
Here! Whatever your name is. Where are my smiley faces? So you saw who was murdered exactly?
My master.
And you did nothing?
There was no time!
Why? What did you do then?
I fell over.
Fell over?
Yes.
Sounds like somebody knows all about tactical weeping.
Tall people.
Don't get me started.
We're ungainly. What can I say?
Yes.
I'm top heavy, as you can see.
Can't believe my girlfriend would murder somebody.
I can.
Is there an
I
address?
like the more I hear about this woman, the more I like her.
Is
Women,
there an
that's
address
easy,
on the
isn't it?
flyer for where she's playing a concert?
It says it's in the city of Kano. Yes, at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Oh wow! Even I know that we've even got a Hard Rock Cafe in the mountains.
Right. Note to self: invent Hard Rock Cafe.
It's the Hard Rock Cafe in the city of Kano. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock.
We must go there and avenge my master.
No, we must go there to...
go there and avenge your master.
No.
I'm going to Kano for different
Well,
reasons.
it doesn't
to
actually
justify
say on
paying
the
gods.
flyer where it is. It just says the Laughing Guild.
It says the Laughing... Sorry, I misread that. It's dark in here. The-
Comedy club, no chance.
The Laughing Guild. No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. No,
This is an open micer.
I bet she is 5 minutes.
Look, we'll all go together and we'll clear up this silly misunderstanding and I can be with my beloved. And then all 3 of you can see that this is all a silly misunderstanding. You can get your knife back.
I've got my knife. I want my master back.
Oh, you've got the... Well, that's we're halfway there.
I mean, if necromancy is your thing, I don't think it's going to work. He's dead. I think he's pretty much dead.
I know, but I want peace of mind.
Vengeance?
You're kind of making a lot about this death about you. I mean, I don't know much about much, but first of all, you weeped and ran away, what you clearly did. You've got the weapon. But I mean, you're sure this guy isn't a murderer?
I don't know if this guy's a murderer or not. I mean, I don't trust him. He's not getting my lime pickle.
But why don't we go to the concert then and see your lady
Perfect.
singing?
For now, we rest for the night. The roads are dangerous. There's wolves.
Okay. So before
Bastard wolves who took my parents.
before we wrap up this scene, there's still a couple of things that you can do, or you can turn in for the night. Like I said, there's this bare knuckle boxing sort of ring kind of going on over here.
I'm not ready to go to sleep yet. I'm not even remotely ready to go to sleep yet. I am angry. I am hard. And that big bastard in the corner is asking for it. Aching for it.
Okay, well, I'm very tired, but I'm happy to watch.
Okay.
I've just had sticky toffee pudding. I am buzzed out my balls.
Sticky toffee pudding around.
You approach this
I'll
big,
be in your corner.
this big ogre of a man as he turns round and then
What is this?
This is Tuppence the Halfling.
Was I talking to you, Beardy?
My name is not Beardy. I am Tuppence's friend, colleague.
We'll go with that.
All right. And he wants to take part in this ring of conflict of yours.
Can he not speak for himself?
Maybe I choose not to.
Maybe he saves his energy for the fight.
Yeah, just because an arsehole farts doesn't mean it's important.
Exactly.
Right. Well, let's see what you're made of then.
Not saying. Not saying for the record, but kind of works.
Yeah, like cracking on a tomb.
so he brings you into the ring.
We'll start you off small. Get skinny.
I am small! I am small! You start me over here, I'm gonna fucking stretch!
A slur against you.
So
Look at you up there with your big golden head. You know, that'd look good on my...
this kind of gaunt, skinny lad comes forward, kind of right, goes to take you on. So we'll do maybe athletics, I think. We're not necessarily trying to bludgeon each other to death, just more kind of grapple / gain control of the whole thing. So, Billy, can you make for me an athletics check?
Athletics check, 4+.
4+. On you go.
I don't know, is it this one?
And the biggest one.
I thought that.
Yeah.
10.
10. Right, with that plus stuff, yep. Skinny Steve, he's taller than you, but you, quite frankly, how do you take him to the ground?
I headbutt his pelvis into dust.
The crowd visibly wince.
Ooh,
as
do you see that? Headbutted his pelvis into dust.
As
You
he
see
just
That was quite
folds over and rolls into the ground, shrieking for whatever mother queefed him into this world.
One for the short.
the big ogre sort of turns around.
I like this one. He's got spunk.
Fuck off.
Maybe you can do something a little bit more challenging to chew on, so to speak.
I'm mostly straight, but I'll have a go.
So you can cash out at any point. You're up to 5 gold. If you continue, we'll be on to 10. Okay?
Fuck it, let's continue.
Right. So he brings out a slightly bigger guy.
Like Russian dolls.
Yeah, pretty much. Again, kind of similarly, he's got his gloves on. Sorry, come at me. Right. Again, athletics check.
Well,
Yep.
8.
8?
I think that's right, isn't it? That's not like a cheating thing or anything like that.
No,
You don't need me to roll again, is
No,
what I'm
that's
saying.
fine. But what
Right.
I will allow, right, is whether Stu or Will wishes to give guidance or bardic inspiration.
Right, I can give you guidance.
Okay.
Because you get to roll another d4, I believe.
Right. So as this kind of fight's going on, how do you approach Edros to intervene? You channel up to him through your divine energy to.
Oh, right, I
Yeah.
see. Well, I don't really know what the options are for that.
Well, you're basically asking Edros to assist
Oh, I see.
in what's going on. So, what goes through your mind, or what do you ask him?
Edros, you owe me! Think of the starving people back home. All we want is to watch this halfling win gold by destroying people. Is that too much to ask? Let this valiant friend of mine vanquish these unbelievers, followers of false gods.
Right. Which dice do you add for guidance? On the
D4.
card? D4. Right. So, Billy, the one that looks like a little triangle, roll that as well.
Once before the spell ends, a target can roll a d4 and add the number it rolled. 1, 2.
2. Right. It's a close grapple. You're actually losing against him.
Oh.
But due to what almost feels like a divine intervention. You feel a kind of surge of strength as you just manage to get kind of a hold of him. It's not as impressive as the last match, but you managed to pin him.
I was told to calm down.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we might have found your level. What do you think, little one? Think you can go one higher?
Little one. Just trying to get under your skin.
Fucking dead. He's fucking dead.
Take him on.
Yeah,
on the big
let's
guy.
go.
Look, I can't offer any advice. What I can ask you is, do you know if there's a plug in this inn?
First of all, I'm going to start with this. It's a fucking SNES. It's not an N64.
It's an N64.
You're lying,
No, it's an
bastard.
N64. It's got
It's
Pokemon.
not an N64.
It's got
You just
Pokemon
ran
Snap.
on it.
It's got Pokemon
with a
Snap.
quill.
It's got Pokemon
N64.
Snap.
Are you gonna challenge me or not?
Challenge!
Fine, I'll find my own fucking plug.
Well, you're taking me on now.
So this is against the big bastard. So for this one, again, Will, if you want to do Bardic Inspiration, you can rap for Billy.
True, but I am trying to find a plug. Hey, can I roll for
That's
perception?
up to you whether you wish to help him or not.
You have a TV.
Yeah, one thing at a time. One thing at a time.
Otherwise, at this point, Billy, you're going to have disadvantage against this big guy. So it's whether or not you want to take him on. Or cash out at the 10 gold.
I think it'd be fun too.
Okay?
Yeah, and I'm going to try and find a plug.
All right.
Can I roll for perception?
So you're deliberately not even helping.
It'll help. It'll help. It'll boost his morale if he gets to play Pokemon Snap and, snap a picture of a Vileplume.
That's fucking remember.
Can I,
Roll twice, take the lower of the two numbers.
can I use command against the big guy?
You can, but that might be considered cheating and forfeit the match.
Might be considered.
Well, put it this way: he prayed to Edros, and you got the intervention. Whereas you actually giving a command, he will notice.
Right, okay.
So, right, roll twice.
Twice.
Take the lower of the two.
8. Let's hope it's not 8. 15.
So, how do you engage this guy to begin with?
Well, first of all, I tie his ankles in a knot.
So,
And then I rip his meat balloon apart.
well,
Like Camembert.
that's what goes through your head.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
As you go up to try and tackle him, you quite literally like headbutt his armor before smacking down.
Makes sense.
At which point he picks you up by the back of the scruff of the neck and just
You met your match, me one.
and just puts you through the nearest table.
Why did the bother rolling?
Yep. So with a bit of inspiration, you might have managed to topple him.
I was trying to find a plug.
I'll fucking remember that.
Next time I'll do
I'll
it.
fucking remember that.
If you'd help me
You
find
might
a
have
plug.
first of all introduced what armor was.
Well,
I thought that was his skin.
if you or indeed anyone around here had helped me find a plug in this massive inn, maybe we would have found it.
Well,
Can I smash up the Nintendo 64? Out of frustration.
I as his prize, he's taking whatever this N64 is.
Yes!
You are fucking kidding me!
So we
Some
can
might
stop
suggest.
fucking talking about
Some
it.
might suggest I fucking threw the fight.
You are fucking kidding me.
Ha!
Right.
Lucky I've got a second one.
Right.
Can't believe he's got.
Bringing this scene almost to a close, unless there's anything else you guys want to do.
I'm disgusted with this. I'm going to mix with some shady characters back here.
So,
Do you want to finish that pickle?
as
Fuck
you
off.
kind of approach them, they quickly scarf their drinks and then bugger off. So they've been watching you all night, but haven't actually engaged.
Wow. That's really damaging to my self-confidence.
I go up to the barman. Barman, is there a plug in this venue?
I don't know what you speak of.
Oh, God.
Barman, can you see me to my room? Me and my big friend here are. Want to go and talk.
So, if there's nothing else that you want to do, we will retire for the evening.
Retire for the evening.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Fair
retired, all right.
Okay. Right. As you're all seen to your rooms after your somewhat eventful night, Billy,
Yes.
as you're lying asleep, you have visions. As darkness envelops you, the sound of battle and flames of war fill your senses, A blood-red sky looms overhead, and you stand in the shadow of that infernal mountain. Looking down, your body is not your own. You're at least 8 foot tall with green skin, bone armor, and the berserker grey axe glowing with a primal rage of a raging volcano. Behind you, an army. No, a legion of orcs, trolls, goblins, giants, and other countless tribes from the eastern lands fight alongside you against unspeakable horrors of death and shadow. From the west on the horizon, you see the armies of man and elf coming to your aid. Their leader, an elven lord in gleaming white armor, wielding a sword of pure sunlight. The mountain exploded. Rubble and debris knocks you off your feet as you awake in a cold sweat the following morning. The last faint wisps of crimson smoke dissipate from the battle axe, and you are now attuned to it.
Boom. Well, thanks to you.
Scene 5, the road to Canor. So it's the next morning, gentlemen. You pack your things. Presumably you strap everything back to Billy. You stick his helmet and his little face back on the top.
Oh, man. Relatively cheery this morning. You guys get any?
Didn't get any sleep, any sex, anything. The noise coming from your room was deafening.
Let me tell you this, Derek put in a shift.
Oh, it's Derek now, is it?
Oh, so the barman.
Oh, is that his name?
Well, yeah,
He
Bob-
watched in the corner. He watched in the corner, but the big guy, Golgor. Whoa.
Right, Gogor. Fair enough.
Freezing up.
I
Virgin as well, which was surprising.
didn't get a wink of sleep. I was up all night thinking about my girlfriend, thinking about Gauze a Gut Ripper, and just desperate to hold her and to prove to you that she's not a murderer.
Oh, real.
She is. I saw her with my very own eyes.
So
We've only just met, but it checks out.
you have a choice ahead of you. So the most direct route is the route to Canor is the main roads, of course. But Stu, if you can roll for me an insight check.
5 plus 5, 10.
10. You're not sure, but there's something about in your gut. You know, just something about last night didn't quite.
Oh, that curry's coming back on me,
Yeah.
lads. Oh, that wasn't a real Rogan Josh.
But if you want to make it to Canor in the best time, the main road is certainly the way to go.
Did you have the Rogan Josh as well?
I had a Rogan Josh.
How are you feeling?
I feel fine.
It's not that then.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about. I only saw one menu that had smiley faces and sticky toffee pudding. Was this the kids' menu?
Silence, cockhore.
I'm going to presume that you're arguing about this all on the road. Yes?
Yeah.
Cool.
But just, what you do, you talk about what you do for your team.
Wait, there's something not right about this. I don't trust this road at all. There's probably bandits or magic or...
So you can take your chances on the main road, or you can circumvent. It's going to take you longer. You won't arrive till Canor until the evening, if this is the case. But you can go through Justine Forest. But that has its own sort of trials and tribulations going that way. A lot of people get lost in the woods.
Look, all I'm saying is that if this goes bad, you guys are going to do nothing. So why don't we head through the forest and take our chances?
I think we should go to the woods. I think it's less dangerous. I think this will take longer, but it's probably safer. And who knows, maybe the woods will have a plug.
Well, my AA roadmap says that this is the most direct route on the road. And if you said if there's magical things there, I'm magic. I know magic.
But you could be a murderer. You could
I'm
be taking us
not.
into the forest to murder us.
I'm
That's
not.
true.
I was a witness to a murder.
A likely story.
What do you think?
Let's go through the woods.
You're thinking the woods?
You're just thinking
Yes.
of your dodgy guts, aren't you?
I am thinking of my dodgy guts. That's my God trying to tell me something. He speaks to me through my guts.
It's God. Aldi speaking to him. We need to go through the forest.
Did you just call my God Aldi?
I don't know. What's he called?
Yes, that.
Edros.
Andros, thank you.
Okay. So
Edward Ross is his full name.
So you're presuming to go through the woods rather than
3 votes to 1. The woods!
the woods. Fair enough.
Fine.
So you circumvent, and I'll say that kind of going up the hills, you do notice that somewhat down the path, you're on the upper ledge, but watching the road, you see kind of evidence of the gentleman you saw from the night before. What looking like they were kind of lying in kind of wait for you. So chances are, if you took the main road, you would have run into them, along with a familiar face of Darian was the barman, but the
guy from the cage
that ran off. He had obviously alerted them that you might be coming that way. But going through the forest, you're able to circumvent them and get by. So, but in the woods, you find yourself very easily able to get lost. Okay? So, first of all, I need someone to take charge in terms of trying to navigate the way through Justine Woods. Loads of people go missing in this kind of part. Someone roll for me a survival check.
3.
I wish you hadn't rolled.
Right, so Will very confidently takes charge of the group. I know the way.
Oh, hey, must have thought it was a plug.
Look, look, I just think it's our best chance of finding electricity is in a wood.
I thought, is that her name?
No, her name is Gorza Guts Ripper.
All right, okay.
It's a beautiful name.
Did I actually bring that miniature? I'm not 100% sure I did, because I genuinely thought you were going to take the path. Oh well, never mind.
Why would we take the path when you tell us
mentioned
there's
forest.
something wrong?
So
That's my doing, sorry.
as you do so, all roll for me perception.
10.
10.
18
15.
plus 4, so 22.
Oh, sorry. Plus 0.
So 15.
15.
15.
22.
22.
14.
14. So, everyone apart from Sigurd, you notice a shape kind of moving through the woods. And for those with the higher perception, a female sort of form dancing among the trees. Attractive, alluring. I want you all to make a wisdom saving throw for me. The ones that have spotted her.
4.
4.
15.
15. You resist.
9 or 6. I
I
think it was 9.
Either way, you guys are enchanted by this individual.
Oh boy.
Dancing off into the forest, wanting
She's
to go
so
deeper.
fit, but I've got a girlfriend, but I mean, she could be a murderer. Oh, she's so fit. What do you reckon?
Well, only 2 tits, but you gotta take a chance in your life.
What to you is a reasonable number of tits? Is it 5 or above, or is that, and if so, why does it have to be 5?
I think any less than 5 is a waste, really.
So,
If I can fit 5 in my mouth.
What?
are you? Well, basically, can you guys stop these two from running after her?
Stop running after her.
What are you doing?
Yeah, stop thinking with your penis. Come on.
I'm sorry, I'm just enchanted. Maybe she's got a plug.
Think about your lovely
One way to
girlfriend.
call it.
Enchanted by what?
Oh, just her hips, the way they move, the way they wiggle, like a snake. The snake you want to fuck.
What are you talking about?
Steve and Stu, roll for me nature checks.
4.
4.
8.
8. Any plus on that, or
That was with, yeah.
yeah?
Now, I'm just wondering, how dark is this forest? Can I use this?
You can certainly raise the lamp up, but you don't see anything.
Okay.
So you have a
Because it
light.
is daytime.
It is daytime. You go. Nope. So there we go.
It's a nice lamp.
Where are you going?
Tell him he's got a nice lamp.
You got a nice lamp.
So unless you either physically restrain or somehow convince Will and Billy not to go further into the forest.
Well, I will use my command to yell the word stop.
Aw.
You
Or
two,
return. I should probably
okay. Again, both you guys take another wisdom saving throw for me.
3.
7.
So hearing this kind of booming voice, you almost speak with Edros's voice as you do the command, and that kind of stops them.
Well, I'm still a bit raw. So
Where the hell were you two going? This
Man.
is a dangerous wood, and we know we could get lost.
She's not going to have a plug.
the shape over there,
She's too pretty to have a plug.
alluring.
Only ugly
What
people
shape?
have plugs.
The shape.
Why would she have a plug?
Well, I didn't see it a shape. She was a mirage.
She was a fit mirage. She was a fit rage.
Did you
Fit
say
Raj.
thick mirage?
Fit. She was fit. She was a fit rage.
So you're prepared to abandon your orcish green murderous girlfriend then?
Look. She only might have murdered somebody, okay? I don't know what came over me. It was like magic.
Totally did.
So at this point, you look around. Congratulations, you're lost in the woods.
Well, I don't want to be that person who says, I told you so, but we're fucking lost in the woods now, guys.
Shut up, murderer! This was your plan the whole time.
Boys, I have the ability to speak with animals. Let's ask a friendly squirrel for directions.
Or we could burn down the forest.
No, now that is
I am on board.
That escalated way quicker than I thought it would.
you know
Clear a
what?
path. Get rid of that spooky bitch over there.
Or, I'm just saying, someone with slightly higher survival skills can try and do another check.
No, I'm happy to burn the forest.
I've got a +3 survival. 18.
18. Right. Whether it be by divine guidance, you quickly find your way back on the path.
Well, hooray for me.
Burn the forest down. That was quick. It was easy. Feel sorry for that squirrel.
So you're making your way through the forest. Again, you found the path. You're fairly certain you're heading in the right direction. Again, so because that's the case, I won't trigger another encounter. If somebody else wants to roll survival before you make it all the way through.
19.
19 and 2+.
So again, Billy, you're quite familiar with the kind of layout and the terrain.
Right.
You're able to triangulate the sun. You're actually smarter than you look. You're able to get folk through the forest.
You have to learn these things when you have them beaten into you by a hell giant.
Can I ask you-
I don't know if it's so much as smart or just muscle memory at this point.
Tuppence, can I ask you a question?
No.
Right?
No, you can't. What's your question?
You mentioned triangulating the sun. What does that mean?
I did not say that. I went, Big Bernie means that way.
Okay, maybe I just thought that in my head.
Right. So, as the sun is beginning to lower, you make your way through the forest, and down the hill, a short distance, is the marbled city of Canor. You have arrived.
The marble city of
behold.
Canor. Do you mind? I was speaking.
Sorry.
However,
Is that it?
What?
Is that it?
What?
Oh, the king. That's your city.
It's marble.
It's spectacular.
I'm sorry.
What the fuck do you want?
I'm sorry. It's a city made entirely of marble. What would you prefer?
It is pretty good.
Rock, gold,
I'm sorry.
silver.
Rock, have you seen Aberdeen? Fucking hell.
I don't know what Aberdeen is. Is she single?
it's another settlement just kind of up there, known for a lot of their kind of fish oil. So-
Which I would suck up with a FEMA and play that for
Bet
her.
you would. Well, look, we're here at the city.
Now, there's the next question. How are you going to get into the city? Because let me just kind of point out as well, one of you is a wanted man, as well as the fact that the guards at the front gate, very strict city, very strict immigration policy, they're checking people's papers. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Tuppence does not have proper identification.
No.
And I'm pretty sure I've been cast out from this city ever since my family disbanded the band I was in and made me a roaming bard.
You've not been cast out, but you're fairly infamously known.
I've got this.
Got a sticky reputation.
I've got this.
What's that?
It's a bit of rag. I've just written the word. Well, I've written. Drawn a symbol on. Kind of looks like a balloon. Well, this will do. Is this what your papers are?
No.
So once again, we find ourselves in a scene where you have to get past the guards, past the gate. Now, this may look familiar, but yeah, if you could do better than you did in the practice game, that would be great.
I think I'm going to take an early lead in this, boys. It's a suggestion. I think I should seek advice from a passing squirrel. I'm going to speak with animals. See if they have any tactics.
Right. Well, first of all, roll investigation to try and see if there's a.
Yeah. Let's speed this up.
That is 7.
7. You can't see any squirrels round about, but you are near you are fairly certain that the sewers, there's loads of rats.
The sewers. Yes, I'll talk to a rat. See if they'll know the tunnels and the ways in.
Lovely.
I'll talk to a rat. I can't speak with animals.
Right, you can't, what level is that?
1.
1. That's one of your kind of spell slots for the day.
Yep.
So as you're doing, you see a rather kind of like bulbous rat kind of waddling by.
Bulbous takes me back.
So how do you get his attention in the first instance?
Fat shame it.
No. I waggle some cheese at it. Which actually...
You had cheese this whole time!
Of course I have
Is that
cheese.
what cheese is?
Of course I have cheese. Now you know what it is. Yeah, I waggle some cheese at it.
All right, I'm listening.
My God, a Scottish rat. Do you know the best way in here via the system of tunnels and sewers?
I would say it would probably be the system of tunnels and sewers.
But do you have a map of some description, or could you at least point me in the direction of the best way into the centre
Hey,
of
I'm
the
a
city?
fucking rat. You think I carry a map on me?
Okay,
I've got a map. Here.
That's a
But it's not really a map.
picture of a balloon.
No, it's not. It's a bit of skin and ripped off a cow.
Well, look, can you offer any advice or useful information to help us get through the sewer system into the city?
I like the cut of your jib. So how about this? If you take the sewer in, you take the first right, second left, round the turnpike, up in, that'll get you to the centre of the city.
Right. Thank you very much indeed. Have some cheese.
Why don't we just
You
go against the direction of all the jobbies?
What?
That'll take us to the centre. If we go against, if we see where the jobbies are going,
With all the excrement?
yes.
Well, to do that, you'd have to get around to the dock district to kind of go in kind of that way. But there is a sewer grate that this rat was kind of going in for. Now, I'm well connected in rat society.
Why am I following this guy? Why am I following you?
If you've got any more of that sweet cheddar on you,
Of course I do.
I can put a word in with the boys, get them to leave you alone.
Excellent. Wouldn't want those rats attacking us. Yes. Have some more cheddar.
Baby bells, nice.
What about your friends?
What about them?
I can.
Oh, I see. It's like that, is it?
It's like that.
I knew you were wronging.
Well, no, they can follow me through the sewer. But the rats might attack you.
Yes.
Okay, here's some more cheese.
Right? Are you guys all paying up? So mark off one ration, kind of from your packs.
I don't need to go through the sewers like an animal. I'm not wanted. I'm a holy man. I can just walk up and say, "Let me in, please."
That's true. That's very true.
It is, but like I said, they might have issue with you guys.
Good luck in the sewers, rat people.
A rat comes near me, I'm going to fucking eat it.
Well, that all seems
But
plausible.
I, under commerce, and I like the cut of this rat's chin.
Well, if you mark off the rations, so if you had taken the sewer route, again, it would have been a similar survival sort of urban tracking to get through the sewer. But with the rats' directions, you'll be able to get there quite quickly, as well as the fact you would have been harassed by the rats had you not paid them off. So it has borne fruit. So,
It appears you have no rations, Reginald.
Murderer! Murderer!
Murderer. Just
All
joining.
right. All right.
Would you like some?
Yes, please.
Why don't you take some of the food that guy you murdered would have eaten, eh?
Oh, that's me. Well, all right. Do I have to take a different route through then?
no.
Yes, he does.
He looks kind of weedy. We'll leave him be.
Okay, so the three of us are going to go in the sewers, and you're going to go through the city.
Of course.
Fair enough. We'll see how this plays out as Sigford kind of goes forward.
I will see you in the middle of the city.
So, halt, citizen! Present your papers.
Here are my papers.
They sort of check them over. What's your business in Kador?
I have come to learn about your marble construction ways, to take the knowledge back to my feeble stone city.
They kind of look at each other. See them bloody dwarves and their stone fetishes. Bloody disgusting.
Ah, well, you see, the history of stone carving is very interesting.
Oh, get in!
Thank you.
At risk of boring the tits off them. Scene 6. The streets of Kanor and the Adventurers Guild. Congratulations, adventurers! You've made it back to the famed marble city of Kanor. Yet not all is well, it seems. There's a general air of panic and unease. Hear ye, the Archmage... what did we call again? Edriel?
Ilario. He's my best friend.
Ilario.
I know that.
Hear ye. The Archmage Ilariel is dead, cries the herald in the city square. The Arcane University has sealed its doors for the time being, and one Reginald Seymour Dibley is wanted by the City Watch for questioning. So, several posters are strewn across the city, very kind of Harry Potter-esque, of a very startled-looking Reginald, wanted, kind of above them. So,
My name is... Yes, what?
Anything on there about money?
What?
Anything on there about money?
What do you mean?
There-
Bounty for Murder Boy.
Oh.
You guys absolutely stink.
Yes. You mean as a result of the sewer?
No, yeah, because you've been in the sewer.
Oh, I see.
Is there like a tap you can sit under for a while?
there is the big fountain in the main
Marvelous.
city.
Go contaminate the fountain with your rat feces and sewer slime.
Yes!
I suppose
So,
if I'm going to meet my beloved, I should probably jump in the fountain as well.
Now, what are you doing?
Well, I'm incidentally from now. Call me Ian from now on, okay?
What?
Wink. My name's Ian. From now
His
on.
name from now on is Ian Wink.
Ian Wink. Yeah.
You said it was Reginald Seymour Dibley.
Yes. While we're in this city.
A liar and a murderer.
No, I'm just trying to protect myself.
Why are we calling you Ian?
Because they're looking for me as Reginald, and I'm innocent. But until I can prove myself innocent, I'm in danger. I'll be executed.
There
on
is a
sight.
reward for your capture.
Yes, and people might notice you if you go and start bathing in the city fountain.
Well, I'm going to continue. I'm going to be a smelly man called Ian.
Or perhaps if only you had a spell that could help you out in the
I'm
situation.
going to use my disguise spell.
Oh, what's your disguise? Being called Ian.
Yes. No, I'm going to disguise myself as chief of the city guard.
Right.
Wow.
Can you read out the limitations of the disguise self?
Sure, why not? You make yourself, including your clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different until the spell ends, or until you use your action to dismiss it. You can seem 1 foot shorter or taller, and can appear thin, fat, or adopt a form that has the same basic arrangement of limbs. Otherwise, the extent of the illusion is up to you. So yeah, I can.
Be a dog.
I think. You said you're 6 foot?
Yes.
Make yourself 7 foot. Go on, this will be funny.
Inconspicuous.
Yeah, go on, this will be funny. Big tall chief of the guard.
7
called
foot
Ian.
dog.
I just
7
love
foot
the
dog.
idea that you cast disguise self and just stick a fake mustache on. You're already have a mustache. So,
God. Well, I'm going to remove my mustache.
right?
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Who's this guy?
It's Ian Wink.
Ian Wink.
Yes.
It's me, guys, look, it's me, it's Reg.
But all you've done is shave your moustache off.
Oh well, I haven't cast my spell yet. have
Oh,
I?
right, I
Oh, I
see.
can't wait to see what the spell does.
Wow, because that was amazing. You probably don't even need to use the spell, I reckon.
All I need is a graphic image of the chief of the town guard.
You're very good at drawing.
Or you could just
there
go
we
for
go.
a town guard.
Or yeah, I'm going to be just a random town guard. Yeah.
You're good at drawing.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you. There we go. Okay, I am ready to do
I
this.
ripped this off a beggar's foot. And
Oh, God.
Okay. So you that's a first level spell, Steve. So you cast one of your first level spell slots for the day. So you can do one more level 1 spell this long rest. So in doing that, you disguise yourself as one of the city guard, and as a result, you can go clean yourself up, and you can walk kind of safely around the city. So in terms of now that you're inside the Kano city. Probably the first place you might want to go to is the Kano Adventurers Guild. That would hand in the quest that you were on when you got captured by the Hill Giants, get that loot back, then you'll get paid for it. And also, there's a good chance they might know something about the Laughing Guild.
What was the name of this place?
The Adventure Guild.
The Kano
Adventure Guilds does sound like the most logical place to go, boys.
It's basically the job center for adventurers.
Ah, yeah, we should probably do that. Get paid, find out where my girlfriend is, that sort of thing.
Getting paid sound good. Let's go do that.
All right, let's do it.
Roll!
Finally, you make your way to the Canor Adventurers Guild. A disinterested gnome sits behind the desk, scribbling in a ledger. He looks up. All appointments to see the guildmaster are booked in for the next 3 weeks. He drones monotonously. Please take a number and return when your time is called.
Excuse me, we're here on official city guard duty.
Do you have a warrant?
I left it in the printer. But
20% off, you know, if you use my voucher.
I'll draw you one.
Yes, here I do. I have one right here.
This is a piece of cow flesh with a balloon drawn on it.
Yeah, it's the latest design. We changed printers since the last one didn't give us 20%
Roll
off.
deception with disadvantage.
11.
I roll again.
Good luck. Oh.
Is that bad?
7, yes.
She sort of looks at you. Are you really one of the city guard? You sort of see her hovering kind of underneath like she's about to press a button.
Okay, boys, he's in some pickle. Does anybody have any magical abilities that we can use to get out of this sticky situation?
We could just shout, he's a murderer.
Do you think that will work or make things worse?
It'll work for us.
We've come here to collect the bounty.
Yes, but I need the alarm not to be raised. So we can collect the bounty and find out where my girlfriend is.
So I can have it convicted for murder.
No, shut up.
I'm just kind of distracted because anyone knows how hot this gnome is.
What?
Anyone noticed how hot the gnome is? You know, when she said, take a number. Jesus, God.
Like, I don't want
I thought I
to...
was going to jizz out a hamstring.
Why is he wearing several chests with a smiley face drawn on the top?
Know you nothing of halfling fashion?
Also, I don't want to look. How many tits has the gnome got? This is purely for an academic interest.
3.5.
It's either more than 2.
I don't mind.
No, that's what I'm saying.
What's half a tit?
A tit.
I've got charm person.
Now, if you do the charm person, you'll get advantage on the persuasion. However, she will know she's had a spell cast on her.
Anyone got any better ideas?
Kill her with the axe.
Honestly, it's a pretty good idea.
Or this is just a suggestion, out of the blue. Well, what is your persuasion / deception skills?
My persuasion is +5, and perception is +4.
If only you had something in your skill set that could maybe help you.
Something in my skill set.
Well, you are. I was just thinking more talk to her, as in you are a well-known aristocrat.
Oh, I see.
in the
Yes,
city.
yes. I'll just try and talk to her. Yes, fair enough. Never thought of that. Boys, I'm an aristocrat. I've got charm and influence. I'll try and persuade her to overlook this anomaly. Hello, gnome. What's your name?
Well, first of all, you can start not calling me gnome.
Yeah, you insensitive prick.
My name's Sheila.
Sheila. That's a gorgeous name. I'm sorry for calling you gnome. Just I was so distracted by your natural beauty.
Well, my particular body shape tends to put people off,
I think 3.5 tits is the perfect number of tits.
Therefore.
Master Wilhelm, roll for me persuasion.
18 plus 5, 23.
Oh, go on. I suppose I can let you see the guild master.
Thank you very much indeed. To the guild master.
So,
just as I'm passing, Sheila, can I take your number?
get the fuck.
I'll write that down on this bit of countdown.
Right.
A bit racist from old Sheila.
Okay, so you made it into the guildmaster's.
She'll come round.
The guildmaster's hall. So he's an elderly sort of adventurer, clearly retired to set up the Canor's Adventurers Guild. So as he turns around, he looks rather surprised. Master Wilhelm, I thought you would have been dead for sure.
No. I can wriggle my way out of any sticky situation.
I can see that, but who's your friends?
Well, this over here, this is Stigford Stoneheart.
The very same.
This over here is...
Ian Wink.
Yep, Ian Wink. And this is Tuppence. Well, he's got more than... He's got quite a few titles, haven't you, Tuppence?
Bastard of the mountains, legend of terror of the taverns, stomper of puddles, splitter of women, satisfier of orcs.
Quite. So, I see that you've got the loot back from the barbarian cave. I'm sure Sheila out front can write up the appropriate amount for the loot.
There was one more thing. Gord's a gut ripper. She's playing tonight at what is either a live music venue or a comedy club. It's difficult to tell. I don't suppose you know anything about that.
People roll perception for me.
2.
15.
14.
You guys notice that on
Sorry,
the
5.
Guildmaster's table, there's some coins with 2 faces. One smiling, one crying on his desk.
Look at that.
Doesn't it look like the hilt of my dagger?
Yes, there's a smiley face and a frowny face. Look, your smiley faces. There you go.
You think cats have nightmares?
I do think they have nightmares, but not about the things that we would have nightmares about.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Perhaps the shorter you are, the more intense the nightmares.
Jesus.
Mine are pretty intense.
Mines are not great.
Back to the plot. Sorry, but
I figured you were paying attention.
what were you asking?
We were asking whether you knew the whereabouts of Gorza Gut Ripper and the live show she's playing this evening.
So you hand him the flyer. He sort of looks it over.
Oh, sorry, that's 20% off printing. Here's the actual flyer.
What are you wanting in with these lot for?
What?
The Laughing Guild. What do you know?
What do you mean, what do I know?
Well, what do you know?
But I'm asking you, what do you know? That's why I'm here.
That's a side venture I'm involved in.
Oh, my dagger. It's so heavy. I'm just going to lay it on the table for a minute in full view. Ah, there we go. That's better.
Where do you get that?
It's mine.
It's an Ian Wink family heirloom.
Yes.
He uses it for murdering.
No?
No.
Listen, I don't want any trouble from the Laughing Guild. All right? So, if you're here on official business for the Kanor's Adventurers Guild, we'll pay up, we'll settle debts, you can be on your way. But if you're after something a little bit more unscrupulous, then maybe we could talk.
What?
Sheila.
I'm not. That gnome is not going to fuck you.
She will. She will.
She will file for sexual harassment.
Well, there'll be no harassment about it.
What do you
need
boys
to
reckon?
find out what your lady's been in amongst.
Nah.
I think you're correct.
If you're looking for other jobs, and he goes back and he pulls out a poster of Reginald. This guy's the hot topic. Apparently murdered the Archmage.
Slide.
How could somebody that attractive kill an archmage?
Well, they could stab him with a dagger, probably.
Yeah, dagger.
Yeah, big dagger.
Yeah, I'm just going to take mine and put it back in my...
And then start crying and jump through a portal like a...
Hang on a second. At which point he goes into his desk, pulls out a vial.
Oh, ow, it fucking stings. Ow.
You smell better now.
I do,
Oh,
that's
no.
shitty.
Reginald Dibley. I didn't expect you to walk into the guild.
Nobody expects Reginald Dibley.
Oh, dear.
So, this is an interesting one. Quite a commotion you've caused.
Quite a commotion that his girlfriend's caused.
Look, I'm sure it's all a complete misunderstanding.
She murdered my master, the
I'm sure
Archmage.
his master fell on his own sword.
No, he didn't.
Look, I don't work for the Laughing Guild, but I know where they are, and I can set up a meet.
Yes.
Yes.
In fact, I've even got a contract that's come in from one of them. Gaunt fella. Yeah, bit creepy. Anyway, he wanted me to acquire a certain item I can't put out to regular adventurers. So, what I'm saying is, you do this job for me, on the down low, not official Kanor business. I can maybe pull some strings, maybe clear that bounty on you, and set up a introduction with the Laughing Guild.
Okay, we'll say my girlfriend is playing the show tonight at 8 p.m. as we discussed. So I'm down for it as long as we can get it done in an afternoon.
I mean, you could just put our name on the door.
Yeah, can you put our name on the door?
Again, I'm not part of the Laughing Guild. It's quite secretive in who they let in as members.
How much?
You do this job for me, we can sort something out. The Guildmaster moves back, pulls out a contract, again, wax seal with the 2 faces kind of on it, breaks it open. He's after the contact. He's after something called the Necrolumen, a book. Again, Stu, you will know this as a Book of the Dead. Not from your god, but from the Imperial god, Azmodan, basically Edros's boss.
Right.
He wants you to get this book for him. Now, the problem is down in the crypt below the basilica in the main city. To get to it, you have to go through the temple of none other than Azrael himself. But you get that book for the contact, I'll set up a meeting for you next week.
Meeting for next
But what
week.
about your girlfriend?
Yeah, this is the thing. She's playing tonight in the city. We've established it. Yeah.
But we agreed to it. Can he get in to see his girlfriend tonight?
I can put a word in.
Let's do it.
And we don't need to hand over him.
Now, first of all, how do you feel, Stu, stealing from Azmodan?
I feel devoted to my own god, Edros, who has his own reasons for doing things. And besides, this symbol of the happy face and the sad face, that is a symbol of Azradan, you saying?
No. That is of this mysterious organization known as the Laughing Guild.
Yeah, exactly.
The faces.
So if he is a follower of Azradan and a member of this guild, I feel fine about it.
Again, the Azmodan is the imperial god of the dead. This contact wants something from him.
Right.
But he described this fellow as a gaunt fellow. Yeah, that was a bit creepy.
Yes.
If only he had been mentioned before.
Stegford,
Yes?
this book,
What?
what does it do?
Again, roll religion or history for me.
Where are we? 11.
11. So you're fairly, you know a lot of the dead gods lore, that sort of thing. So basically, the way that gods work in this is if a culture prays or has a common belief enough, they will a deity into existence. So Edros was a mountain dwarven god of the dead and rebirth and all that, and he presides over that particular territory.
Sure.
The Empire, much bigger, millions of worshippers, they worship Azmodan, who, a bit like when the Romans kind of took over, it's like you're allowed to keep your god, but our god is superior.
Right.
That's kind of the situation that's kind of going on here. So, and the Necrolumen is a book that is a way of controlling the dead, or managing the dead, or even banishing the dead back.
With that book, we could possibly bring your master back.
You would you be able to bring the master back? Probably not. He would have been claimed by Azmodan, so
But doesn't Edros guard the wheel that decides whether people go round again or not?
Yes, for the local.
Bureaucracy.
Yep, pretty much.
So if we just get this book, can we get a stack of cash?
Basically, yes.
Yeah, and
I think we're meddling. I think we're
Guild.
meddling with forces we can't possibly comprehend. But sure, why not?
You know what? There's no way I'm getting into my girlfriend's show tonight. I understand. It has to be a week. Let's do it.
We can get you in. He said he's going to have a word.
Well,
I can pass a message.
He said I'll have the word, and I think it's like when you say, I'll try and make the party if I can.
I've
See
been
what I
dying
can
to
do."
go to this gig.
That's a Facebook maybe. You know.
I want to hear it. First of all, I want to see if she's real. First of all, I want to see what type of music she plays. Honestly, unless it's barbarian rock, it's guff. Utter guff.
Look,
We just sing songs about slaughter, shagging. What else is there?
look, she's real. Okay.
I think we've established that she's real at least.
I'm still in some doubt. But if it means that we can get you off the hook, yes, and we can maybe get in to see your girlfriend, and then maybe Sheila could give me.
You're not going to be able to fuck that gnome.
Oh, I'm going to fuck that now.
That gnome's not okay.
I'm going to fuck that up. Don't you worry about it.
Okay.
But what do you think, though?
I wonder about this shadowy organization, if they've received any extra prosperity at the cost of my own area.
Well,
We go after the book.
Yes.
But I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. And I think cats do have nightmares.
Yeah.
Right. As night has fallen over the city of Canor, Many of the local merchants, traders, visiting tourists to the city have made their way to the various kind of like dens of debauchery in the garden and riverside districts of the city, leaving the temple plaza relatively quiet. So you're able to move freely. We don't need to worry about Reginald getting lifted at this point. And as you kind of approach this big, massive basilica, I don't know if any of you have been to Venice. The big, massive kind of basilica, kind of there's what I had in mind.
Okay.
Stone, marble kind of carvings. Once again, Tuppence, make a will saving throw for me.
This one. No.
D20.
Sorry, their sizes are beginning to look the same. 18.
18. So you almost seizure, but you manage to kind of gain control and stop yourself from blacking out completely. But you get flashes and visions. You're back on the battlefield. You're in this kind of orc's body. There's blood and carnage going around all around you. Orcs, trolls, elves, man, all fighting kind of side by side. These almost hideous shadow beasts at this point before coming back. And as you look up, kind of like carved into the various marble and stained glass windows and just murals across the place seem to be depicting an ancient battle. The Battle of Azrael himself, fighting off the old gods along with a barbarian king. So, as you're kind of looking at this, you have these kind of like seizures and these kind of visions. But we'll deal with that kind of separately. As you're kind of walking in, you see a massive statue of Azrael himself in all his finery and glory, kind of at the back. And that's kind of the figure that you recognize from your visions. As one of the priestesses, it kind of walks forward and just goes, "Ah, children, what has made your way to the house of Azrael this evening?"
Hello.
Hi.
Are you lost?
It was we want a book.
Well, the city library is down there. We have
No, an evil book.
evil. Well, what makes you think we would hold such a tome? And it's not necessarily an evil book, the Lumen. It's Asmodan's book.
Sorry, it's a book that's neutral, but it sounds evil. He's got a pretty fucked up name.
We seek the Lumen.
The Necro Lumen.
The very same.
Um,
In the name of Edros, god of inconvenience.
I hate to say to you, I am a priestess of Azrael. Without being a dedicated priest of Asmodan, I couldn't let you into the crypt, surely.
You, a priestess, but you're so beautiful.
Go on, work your wily ways.
Oh
Show the
no,
princess.
I forgot I have no wily ways.
Are you going down the seduction route?
No.
I can try.
Oh, no. She's not a squirrel.
That gnome was interested. That gnome was going to gobble on the nuts.
What I will say is, being a fellow, you're not a priest or cleric of Asmodan, but you are a death cleric.
Yeah.
So you have some authority and jurisdiction here, enough that I would give you advantage on persuasion checks. I kind of against her to try and leverage that to kind of get downstairs into the crypt.
Yes, well, I think we need this book for reference sakes. And as we're on the same team, I don't see any reason for you to stand in our way. If you would stand aside, High Priestess.
Roll persuasion, advantage. Roll twice, take the higher.
12.
Any modifiers? Nope. She's clearly uncomfortable with the request. I would have to check, but I'm sure it'd be okay. So she kind of leads you over to the stone staircase that kind of leads down into the crypts beneath the basilica. Now, before you actually go down there, is there anything you want to do kind of here in the temple?
Yes. Do you have a plug?
And, you can roll perception, first of all, for me.
10.
I got a 9.
15.
Oh,
15. Okay, one thing you do notice, Will, which strikes you as a bit odd, is obviously this is the main sort of like worshipping hall to Azrael himself. And down the kind of back wall, you see these ornate statues to all his champions, except the final plinth is empty with a plaque. Like one is missing.
One of these is missing. Look at this, boys. The plaque, one is missing.
Is there a name on it?
No, it's missing.
Yes, there is a name on it.
There is. Shit.
There is. Now, again, Sigford can roll history or religion, whichever.
14.
14 plus?
That's 14 with the plus.
14 total. Cool. So on the pedestals, these are all the different champions of Azrael, passed down from the ages. Now, first of all, Billy, are you reacting to seeing your visions kind of...
I'm not happy about the statue at all. I've seen this.
Go on.
I'm freaked out. I've seen this statue and a nightmare, vision, dream, whatever it's called.
So, with that, the murals tell of the founding of the Empire and Azrael's ascension to godhood. A climactic battle of all the mortal races against the old gods. The forces of man, elf, dwarf, and gnome led by none other than Azrael himself. Whereas the barbarian tribes of the east were led by a vicious orc war chief named Malgroth, who wielded the molten great axe forged in the heart of a mountain and baptized in dragon's blood. The two fought side by side for a time before the war chief betrayed the alliance and turned on Azrael, striking him down. In a blast of radiant light and revived by the will of his people, Azrael slew the betrayer and ascended to divinity and sealed the old gods away before founding the holy city of Canar and the Empire. The final resting place in the remains of the war chief are as yet unknown, but many of the hill tribes and races of the east worship Malgroth as a god of battle, honor, whereas many in the Empire revile him as the great betrayer, the god of blood, savagery, and suffering.
I want to smash this statue.
Because you saw it in a dream. You know, dreams aren't real, you know.
There's evil, there's deceit, there's betrayal.
So that's of Azrael. That's of the elven guy.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Malgroth, that seems to be the one that you are having visions of being.
Yeah. I don't know what to make of that at all.
However, you've heard the name Malgroth.
Yeah.
As in the hill tribes kind of worship him as kind of a battle god. However, on this one's a statue of Azrael as kind of like the main thing in the thing, but you have all the different champions down the side. The one that's missing, the plaque reads, Sir Galdorn IV, champion of Azrael and high paladin of the Imperial Truth. So, Sir Galdorn is the one that's missing.
What does this all mean?
The priestess kind of walks over. Sir Galdon left on a holy crusade to the Eastern lands about 10 years ago. He took the holy relic, none other than the sun blade itself, the actual weapon wielded by Azrael. The only reason we know wherever Galdon is, he's not dead, is because Azrael would have claimed the sword back and taken it back to the temple. So his whereabouts are unknown. All we know...
Sword or axe?
Sword. This is Azrael's
sword. I was
sword.
crapping it for a second.
Yeah, the axe was the war chief.
Yes.
So, but the sword is missing. And presumed as long as the sword is missing, Galdon is alive somewhere, but he disappeared 10 years ago to the east.
Where's the book?
Yes, that's my thought as well.
The book. I'm sure I could help. Come with me.
If you're feeling uneasy, do you want to stay up here?
I'm gonna guard up here. You go and get the book.
First rule of D&D, don't split the party.
Damn it! Well, in that case, then I'm not going with you cunts. No, I will follow you down.
Okay.
But I'm watching her.
Hey,
Not in that way either.
I have a question for you. Why is lime pickle too spicy?
I've just got a very gentle disposition.
You've not introduced spice into your diet.
Scene change.
So, the canteen at the university.
Yeah, you hand that back to me. Right, so you've made your way into the crypt. it doesn't take long. It's quite. If the Upper Basilica was all about Azrael, this is all about Azmodan, one of his pantheon, his kind of second in command, god of the dead, and Edros's boss.
Mm-hmm.
So, in coming here, you see a book treated somewhat reverently on this kind of pedestal, kind of ahead of you.
Well, boys, I'll be the first to say it. There's a giant skull on the ground.
I'm not touching any of this.
We can walk around it.
Everything looks so suspicious, but it is the god of death. I mean, the skull's pretty much his Batman symbol, if you like.
Yeah, pretty much. And again, it's worth pointing out that he is a god of the dead. He's not necessarily an evil god. He's just this is built for him. That's where people would come. And the names written in the book are people who
Have visited and enjoyed it.
Well, are in his care.
These gods I'm getting just mega suspicious of. And I'm not really a suspicious kind of a guy.
Well, I'm going to hold up
So I'm
my
just going to
lamp.
hold my axe and hope for the
I'm
best.
just going to hold up my lamp to check for invisible objects and creatures.
I like it.
Okay.
Nice lamp.
Right. So as you pick it up, again, you maybe see wisps of almost kind of like souls, kind of like drifting.
Oh, it's an Ark of the Covenant type deal. All right.
Reginald, go get the book.
We are not alone in here.
Wait, we don't have to cross the room, because I could use my magic hand to pick up the book.
Whoa.
Well, hang
Tell
on.
us more about this magic hand.
It's my spell that I have. I have a magic hand. I can interact with objects from a distance, so I
Oh.
can pick up the book. And if there's anything dodgy about it, then we'll know and we'll be safe.
Okay.
I mean, that's almost...
I will say this. You use your magic hands to try and wipe me off. Which is the first thing I thought when you said magic hands.
There would be no fun in that.
One
I'd
of
use
you.
my real hand.
Okay.
Right, moving on. So,
Get the book.
Yeah.
Get the book.
Quit stalling, Wink.
The place is full of ghosts.
Okay.
Spooky book.
I'm gonna.
He doesn't even want you to get the
you
book.
use your mage hand, you send
Yes.
it out, a kind of spectral version of your own hand sort of kind of goes forward almost to the book. But as you do so, suddenly all the lights go out.
Oh, for God's sake, Ian.
Lamp.
Don't blame me.
I have dark vision and the lamp is up, so...
True, but certainly, Sigford, you feel a very intense kind of pressure kind of build in the air, a deity of some kind.
Oh, that Rogan Josh.
Yep. As in a bolt of kind of green
Oh,
lightning.
no.
Oh, who the fuck is this?
Oh, Christ.
And again, holding the kind of green lamp similar to the one that you have, you know who it is instantly.
I know who this is instantly. Just
As-
don't ask me any further questions.
As an avatar of none other than Azmodan himself suddenly appears in a crack of lightning.
Oh.
Who dare steal from me?
He does. Ian Wink's his name.
Oh, for fuck's
It's
sake.
Ian Wink.
Silence!
You did ask.
Yeah, you asked. It's Ian Wink.
He looks at you, Sigurd.
A servant of Edros. Here. He should know his place.
I do know my place.
No, he should know his place.
Oh, yes, he should know his place. I know the places of all of us. And of you.
He sort of scans over all of you.
You were promised. Your name should be in my book, and yet here you stand.
He considers this for a moment.
So that's what Edros is up to. By all rights, I should demand retribution for this transgression, yet here a greater game is afoot. A tangled web of intricately laid plans and expertly crafted schemes, intended to bring the Empire to its knees, yet Azrael and myself are bound by the very laws that we put in place. But not you. No. Edros has freed you from the strings of fate. Your destiny unclear. Your actions clouded. A wild card. No, a pawn that has not yet been claimed. The only one of us who truly possesses free will. Maybe there's still a chance. Or maybe you'll spell our doom. But I'll take them.
He turns and looks at the book.
I know what you seek. And indeed, I know who you seek it for. And I will give it to you, if you can prove yourself. You want my book? 3 trials await. One of strength, one of wisdom, and one of faith.
I'm never going to get to see my girlfriend at this rate.
Pass all 3, and I shall grant you your prize, along with my blessing.
Okay, boys, we got ourselves an Olympics. Let's just knuckle down and get it done.
Is this a group task or are these individual
There's
tasks?
3 tasks coming up. Basically, 2 doors appear in the first instance. One is a test of strength. One is the test of wisdom. Which would you like to do?
Wisdom it is for me, but no.
Wisdom.
Okay, right.
I'm +5 on wisdom.
I'm going to tackle strength on this, lads. I think this is mine.
Sorry,
I got a bench
+3.
of 450 pounds.
Yeah, it's wisdom for me.
Yep, wisdom for me.
1, 2 for wisdom.
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 1 for strength, it appears.
Right.
That's how we should split it. 3 for wisdom, 1 for strength.
It doesn't seem fair.
Okay, so you choose wisdom first of all.
Oh,
You
I
go
see.
through the wisdom kind of door. You enter a dimly lit chamber. 9 dwarf skulls rest near a 4x4 set of tiles on the floor. And carved into a nearby stone altar is the following inscription. Brave warriors met their demise foretold. Their secret kept shall yet unfold. If crowns placed correctly on the shrine, celestial beds for 4 of 9. And the difficulty of this puzzle is medium.
Celestial beds. Say that last line again.
If crowned, placed correctly on the shrine, celestial beds for 4 of 9. Now,
Celestial
4
beds.
of 9, so is that 5?
so you can
What?
take,
Oh.
if you want hints, you can take an intelligence or a wisdom check, and I can give you a hint.
Right, well, let's go. I've got a good wisdom score.
Okay?
So I've got a wisdom of 16 +3 here.
Well, the +3 is the modifier. So you roll your dice, you add 3.
All right, I see. So, 12.
12, +3. Yeah, actually, that will be enough. So, you have...
Sorry, that's 9 +3.
9 +3.
Yeah.
Right,
12.
okay, 12. Not enough unless you maybe want to do guidance or...
Sure, I'll cast guidance on myself.
Okay. So that's a D4.
Two.
Still not enough. However, remember, Will, you've also got Bardic Inspiration. Someone else would have to take a...
Let's not have a repeat of the tavern.
Well, what was wrong with that?
I've got an act where you shat it because you,
got-
were looking for a plug.
You got
Fucking do it this time.
you got free curry. Oh, I see. The tavern.
Yes, and I got laid. But
You're very welcome. Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, so who do you want to inspire?
I want to inspire Stigford.
Well, Stigford's already done his wisdom. So
Oh,
yeah, go.
fucking hell,
So
Stigford.
what's your wisdom's? Wisdom or intelligence? did you say?
Who's got the next highest
I got +1.
I've
wisdom?
got +2 wisdom.
+2?
can you do it on himself?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, no, +3 on the saving.
Okay. No, that.
Oh, yeah. No,
it's
just
that one.
+1 then.
+1.
Thank you.
I'm not even
Yeah,
ask for
I'll inspire myself.
Okay,
Fuck off.
right. So you ramp yourself up. So what's the rap that you give yourself?
Yeah.
You want a
Okay.
beat?
Yeah. Freestyle rap to inspire myself to solve this puzzle. Let me just say, these rhymes ain't dull. Grab my loot and then rap about these skulls. Let me just think right here on this set. We need to solve a puzzle right here about death. It can be difficult, is what's declare, to know where to put the skulls on the squares. It can be difficult, I say this for thee, because I only got a B in Maths GCSE.
Roll
Good,
for me.
good.
17.
17. Yeah, and you keep your bardic dice.
Yes.
So you've got that to add to your roll next time that you want.
Lovely.
Right. To do. So for wisdom, and it was wisdom you were going for, you get a sense that the 1, 2, and the 3 markings around the edge of the grid likely denotes how many skulls need to be placed in those columns.
Yes.
Ah.
That's what I suspected.
So again, if you want another hint, someone will need to take intelligence.
Can you repeat the last line of the thing again, please?
If crowns placed correctly on the shrine. Celestial beds for 4 of 9.
Alright, 4 of 9.
There will be celestial beds. What's a celestial bed? A cloud?
Celestial bed is like, celestial is like stars.
Mm-hmm.
A star. So 4 of the skulls have to, because there are 9 skulls here.
Yeah.
4 of the skulls have to be placed on a star.
Okay.
Right. So that means there needs to be a skull on. Needs to be 4 skulls that are on stars, and need to be 3 skulls in that column, 1 in that column, etc., etc. So.
This is where DMs get to take a break. So I don't know if I'll get away with it on YouTube, but if we can play the countdown music, whoever can solve it quick enough.
Okay, well, let's just start placing them down and see if we can arrange it to meet all the requirements.
That's 4.
Let's just start placing them down. Come on, Steve. So there must be 3 in this column. Well, we work
1 and
backwards, so
1.
there has to be 1. We know that there will be 1 right there.
Yeah.
1 in that column, 1 in that column.
4 of 9, did we say? Have to be able to. So,
So if
there
it's
won't be
4
1 in
of
that one, there
9,
won't be 1 in that
3,
one, which means there
one
will
is
definitely be
4.
skulls here, here, and here.
3.
The elevator music.
Which means
That has
we need to... There you go. Done.
Eh,
3, 3, 1, 3, 2, 2, 3. Boom. And 4 of the skulls are on stars.
Well, that would be it. So, yeah, again, I
Well
would...
done.
Here, I'll give Steve an extra point of inspiration as well as a roll, as a
I did
reward.
so much.
So as these guys beat you to it. So yeah, that is correct.
Teamwork.
We did it. Look at all the work
We
you did
were
for
on
that.
our way.
So in doing so, you pass the first kind of trial of wisdom. The first kind of candle lights on the altar, and you're able to kind of pass through. So next up is the trial of strength.
Well, lads, let's go fuck someone up.
Yeah,
Yes.
Right. So as you enter now, do I have a different tile that I can use? Maybe give you a slightly bigger battle grid. Yeah, that'll do. So, we'll move this one back here just now. Pop that kind of there. As you enter. So, being in Asmodan's sort of domain, you see kind of 4 skeletons rise from the crypt,
We don't.
each sort of resembling the party. So you have 2 kind of humanoid ones and 2 kind of shorter ones,
Oh boy.
and a kind of ghostly visage of what appears to be a zombified Alison the Hill Giant
No, her again.
coming in.
Oh, Alison. Why?
So you first have some time to react to this situation.
Well, this is the wallpaper of my nightmares for the last, but the next 300 years.
Oh,
I'm just a kid. I shouldn't be seeing this.
oh God, there's 4 of them, and there's that big bastard.
Alison.
Yeah.
Their name is Alison.
Well, I'm sorry, you didn't think my girlfriend's fucking real.
Still don't.
I'm sorry, is that your ex? Is that your ex?
Still don't.
Since you're on such good terms, is that
That's
your
my
ex?
uncle. What's wrong with you?
Well, I don't know what you people got up to.
Oh, what's the insinuation there?
I'm saying people in the mountains are all of you mountain people. I'm saying you're all inbred.
You racist piece of shit.
I'm saying you fuck
as
your
you're
uncle.
bickering, the skeletons start moving towards you. So unless you're going to do anything pre-combat, it's the first time to roll initiative.
Oh
So roll your dice and give me your dexterity modifier.
God.
No.
6.
So is that a 6 total?
That's 6 total.
6 total.
I'm 15.
19 for me.
And 19 for Stu.
1.
Even with your modifier.
Yep. My modifier is 0.
Wow. Right.
Bloody
Stu,
bookworm.
what was your Stu? Sorry.
No, it was 20 minus 1.
20.
Minus,
Not
minus
20.
1.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You go first.
Yeah.
In all this.
Go on, son.
And Steve at the other end of the spectrum. And roll for these guys. Give me just a second to get these in the right order. Cool. Right. So to start off with, we're going to start with Sigford.
Okay. This is what I want to do, and I want to know if I can
Okay.
within the rules.
Yeah.
I want to move forward 2 to meet my guy,
Yeah.
and then cast Inflict Wounds.
Yeah.
So make a melee spell attack. So I have to be within 1 of him to do that, yes?
Yes. Yep. Correct.
Melee spell attack against a creature I can reach. On a hit, the target takes 3d10 necrotic damage.
Now you are fighting skeletons, though.
Yes. So necrotic damage won't do any damage at all, or will it just do no additional damage?
No damage to skeleton.
Oh, suck my... Never mind. Okay, well, in which case, I think my next best option... Well, you're going to have to help me out with this. I've got a battle axe and a war hammer and a light crossbow. But if they're skeletons, it's just going to be going into an empty rib cage, presumably.
Roll wisdom.
11 altogether.
Right. It's fairly common knowledge that if you're going to use death magic against a skeleton, probably not going to work.
Right.
However, you have a big fuck off hammer. If you smash their bones, that's probably going to keep them down.
Yes.
I think that's safe to say.
Yeah. Okay, well, I have to move within 1 square of them, presumably, with a
Yes,
warhammer.
if you're going to smack them with the warhammer.
And then 1d8. It's got a hit of +3.
Right, so the way
Okay,
that works, you will roll a d20, you will add your proficiency bonus, and you will add, most likely, your strength to it.
So 1d20, you say?
Yep.
2.
That won't be a hit.
Plus
Right.
2 is 4.
So we'll say that that's the first skeleton. He's going to kind of come in towards you and does nothing to you. So, next up, Billy.
You've got a massive axe, man.
Right, I gotta use the axe.
I'm
I'm fucking feeling it. I'm uncomfortable.
Now,
I'm
as a
angry, and I'm willing to fuck
As
something
a
up.
barbarian, right, you have a special thing where you go into a rage.
Bonus actions rage. As a bonus action, into a rage of up to 1 minute, 10 rounds. Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
No.
that's one.
Yes. So I'm willing to go. You get advantage SDR checks and saving throws. 2 on melee damage with SDR weapons. Resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage. You can't cast or concentrate on spells while raging. Your rage ends early if you're knocked unconscious or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn.
Okay, so you bonus actioning to rage.
Yes.
What does that look like?
Oh, easy. Well, what I'm going to do is I can't get to Alison straight away because I've got, I would imagine, these skeletons in
If
front
you
of me.
ran past the skeletons, they would get an attack of opportunity on you.
That is very true. But I could probably take out 2 of those skeletons in the middle. I'm thinking they would have, I'm not going to get much damage done to me.
So, first of all, what does the rage look like? How does...
Well, the rage is probably going to be with Alison. We're going to start basically from the ankle, splitting up through the entire body.
So you start frothing out of the mouth as you
Oh, yeah.
basically go into this rage.
Frothing, jabbering, my eyes rolling back into my head, but then
Yep.
when they come back, they are blood fucking red.
So,
Fully erect.
just
Massive raging
claws
hard on
just
as
kind
well.
of poking out.
Ironically, it kind of pops right back in there because I am fucking myself with excitement.
Right. Who are you attacking first of all?
First of all, I think we've got to get those skeletons out of the way.
Right.
Yeah.
So the easiest one would go straight ahead. Rah! You absolutely kind of charge at this mother. Now, for you, Billy, with your rages, roll for advantage on the attack, it said.
Right one?
Yep. So roll twice, take the higher.
19.
19, yep.
11.
So that'll hit regardless. And when you add stuff, you also get +1 because of the Berserker Axe. So you kind of feel the axe become warm as you kind of go forward. So you go in and you boom. Right.
It feels like part of me. It's just there.
So with that, what's the damage for your axe?
Great axe.
Yep.
Let's see. 1d12 plus 2 slashing.
1d12. Yep.
Yep.
So that's the second smallest dice.
9, I think.
So that's 12.
12.
Is that 9 or 6?
That's a 9 because it's
That's
got
a
the dot at the
nine, and
bottom.
you add your strength to it as well. So, how do you take apart the skeleton?
Basically, you might know how I'd like to do things. I'm going to shatter it into fucking dust. From the point of from the skull straight down, splitting it through the rib cage, through the pelvis, and you know something? Because of the sheer force of it, both femurs straight down to the toes.
Who would you like? The skeletons resemble the party. So, which one have you taken out?
Who's the one that looked like me?
The one that looks like you. Yeah, the kind of halfling skeleton. Right, taken out. Fine. Next up, probably the one looking like Will is going to kind of shamble forward.
Oh no.
And he's going to take a swipe at Will.
Licking its lack of lips.
Yep. And Will, what is your arm? Your AC?
13.
13, yes.
13. That is just enough to resist it. So it goes for you, but thankfully doesn't hit you.
Great.
So you are kind of fine there. Right. Next up, probably this one is going to kind of shamble forward and take a swipe at Steve. So boom.
Try not to panic cry, Steve. No portals to jump through this time, you fucking puss.
It lunges.
I might cry.
But you go into the fetal position, start crying horribly, and it misses you.
Yay.
So,
Wow,
Sometimes
Reginald.
cowardice does pay.
Wow, great.
Really does.
Wow,
Right.
tactical pussying.
Will, it's your go.
I would like to cast Charm Person. I want to charm the skeleton so it becomes my friend.
The problem
It says
is
humanoid.
but these are undead.
Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, a dead person's humanoid.
No,
I'm checking.
no, they stop being a human.
Wow, it's like you guys don't want me to befriend the
And
skeleton.
all the charm person would do was stop it from attacking you.
Yeah.
It wouldn't stop it attacking everyone else.
Ah, fine. Right, I'll chop its head off.
Right, okay.
I will use my rapier,
Right.
which has a
go for
hit +4, 1 d8 +2 piercing. Thank you. So the d8 is this one.
Roll the dice, add either your strength or your dex,
Yes.
whichever's higher. Strength and dex, and
So my dex is +4.
Yeah.
So that is 2.
wrong one.
D20.
D20.
I thought you said d8. That is 12 plus 4 dexterity is 16.
Cool. I think that would be definitely enough to hit. Yep, that does. Right, roll your damage, add your dex.
Same d20.
No, what does it say on the sheet for rapier?
D8. So I
D8.
go back to the d8, which is this one.
Cool.
No, that's a d10. That's a d8.
Yeah,
Ah! That is 2 plus 2
0.
piercing, 4.
4. Yep. Boom, that hits the skeleton. It's damaged. It's taken a hit.
You and me both, skeleton. You and me both.
But it's not down. Next up is Allison. So,
Oh, fuck.
the sort of lumbering monstrosity sort of kind of waddles kind of before. And you just kind of hear it. Tuppence! It's dinner time! 15 plus 4. What is your AC?
Your AC is 14.
AC 14.
That's going to hit. And she does 2d8. Plus 4 damage. Ooh, how much health do you have? Your hit points at the top.
Yeah, it is. Oh, fuck, I'm looking at it. 14.
14. That smacks you right out.
Oh.
Boom.
You're on your own.
Oh, God.
So, what that happens now is Billy is downed, and when it comes down to your round, you need to roll. If you get below a 10, you move one step closer to death.
Oh, fuck.
If you roll above 10, you get one step closer to getting up.
Okay.
So, there we go. And to do it, Steve.
Yes. I am going to use. I'm going to use acid splash on those two.
And the action point that can it be used multiple?
Yes, you can hit two. You can use one or two that are within 5
Okay,
feet.
yep,
So that's
that's
5
fine.
feet, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. You hurl a bubble of acid. Choose one creature within range, or choose two creatures within range that are within 5 feet of each other. A target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw, or
Yep.
take 1d6 acid damage.
Okay, that's a dex saving throw for the two of them. What's the DC for the that'll be your spell modifier actually. So that is that one there. So we've got to get a 13. First one doesn't. Second one does. So the first one takes 1d6. Yeah. So roll 1d6 for me. 2. It splashes, starts eating through its armor. The second one, what happens if they fail? It's probably half damage, I would have thought.
Right.
Roll again, and we'll do half damage. So 4, 2. They both take 2. So, boom, splashed on there. Right, top of the round. Kirkwood.
Oh, so I just automatically go first again. That's
Yep.
awesome. Okay.
Now remember, well, you also have your d6 that you can add still to the roll, and you guys both have inspiration to reroll.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to move this way.
So if you do that, he's going to get an attack of opportunity on you.
Right.
So I would take him out first.
Okay. Well, I'll just do it again with another bludgeoning hit.
Yep, go for it.
9.
9 plus, again, it's enough to kind of hit off. So he does not, but he takes another kind of swing back at you, and nothing happens there.
Okay.
So unless you want it to move, but like I said, he'll get a free attack if you do.
No, that's me.
Okay, that's fine. Billy, roll a d20 for me.
1.
Ooh,
Oh,
you move 2 steps closer.
Ooh.
Guys, I might not see you next week.
Oh dear.
That is unfortunate. The next one is attacking Will. Again, will miss. And the one attacking Steve, I believe will actually hit. 4 damage, Steve, as it comes in and actually hits you this time.
God.
So, you're down to 4 health. Right, Will.
I would like to attack the one in front of me with my rapier again, doing the
Go.
exact same thing.
Go for it. D20.
5.
Wow. But you can re-roll.
Yes, and
Or add your other D6 to it.
I'll add my other d6, I think. And the d6 is in.
Or you can re-roll it and add the D6 to your damage.
I'll just add my d6.
Okay.
There we go. 3.
Yep.
That's 5. 9.
That does not do anything.
Us.
Right. So now it's Alison again. She goes,
Uh-oh.
"You look
not looking
tasty,"
good.
Sucks to be you.
as she moves forward to
Oh dear.
and comes down with a crushing blow, but you've got your shield and are able, in divine smite, to kind of boom off, manage to knock it back. And Steve,
Well, I might as well use a firebolt then.
roll a d20 plus 5. Oh, yep, that's
17.
enough. Boom. Right, now roll your damage. 7. Yes, that is enough. So, boom. Right, how you take this one out?
This one, it immolates entirely, and it tries to scream, but because it doesn't have any larynx or anything like that, it just makes this grotesque, silent, screaming vision, just a flaming skull.
Right. So, in taking that out, back to Stu.
Okay. Now, question.
Yes.
If where I am on the board, I cast Thunder Wave, a wave of thunder force sweeps out from you. Each creature in the 15-foot cube originating from me must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed score, it takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed. Does that include tuppence?
I think Tuppers will go flying, but won't do any damage, so I'll push you back.
Okay. At least it'll get you away from the creatures that are killing
Charlie,
you.
I might have fucked up in the last roll as well.
In addition,
I've just
unskilled
noticed
objects
here-
that are completely within the area of effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away, but there are no objects.
You have to make a Constitution saving throw. So the skeletons, what do they have to beat? There'll be your spell DC, which is
Ours?
that one. So 13. They've got to beat 13.
Mhm.
So first one does not, and Alison also does not. So 2d8 thunder damage.
Okay.
So
2
d8, yeah,
d8, 5. That's 11 for the first one.
11.
8 and 9 for Alison.
And 9 for Alison. Cool. The first one gets smashed into dust, and Tuppence goes flying backwards. And Alison, how far does it go back?
10 feet.
10 feet. So boom, boom, back there. So with this, the smite of Edros, boom, you have them flying back. Edros!
Well done.
Right. And that took out that one, so that's fine. Billy, roll for me a d20.
Apparently, I was meant to re-roll a d20.
Oh, right, okay.
So we'll ignore that. Just in case anybody brings it up. Because I literally just clocked that there.
Oh.
When you roll 1 on the d20 for an attack roll ability check.
Oh, yeah, because you're halfling. Sorry. Yeah, but roll again.
But we'll ignore it.
Yep. 17.
There you go.
17.
Nice.
Right. Normally, I would probably... so you're not sitting out the entire fight, shall we say. So I think kind of on that, you feel the axe in your kind of unconscious state burning and kind of like filling you. Not today. And it seems to radiate out in your head. So for this one time only, I'll bring you back.
Alright.
So as the axe sort of rages you kind of back into the fight.
Tuppence, you're back. What happened?
What?
You're back. What happened?
Well, I don't know, do I?
So you've got 1 hit point, but you are back, I'm going to say. Right.
Tuppence, you're bleeding from the eyes.
What?
I said you're bleeding from the eyes.
I can't hear you. I think my eardrums have been burst.
You're also bleeding from the ears.
What?
Okay,
Right. Next up, it's the skeleton attacking Will.
great.
It comes in, roar, and totally misses.
Wait,
So, right, Will, on to you.
I'll hit that skeleton with my rapier once again.
Go.
When did Alison get here?
D20?
Yep.
13.
13, that will hit.
And then it is a D8 plus 2. And the D8 is
That's that one.
this one.
Yep.
Come on, come on. 6!
6.
8 altogether.
Cool. Right, and with the damage that you did before, again, this
Yes!
one sort of turns to dust.
Yes! I stab it right through the skull, taking the skull clean off, and then I shake it on my longsword like a maraca.
And do you do a wee rap?
Yes, yes. Oh my god, I killed him with ease. Cheers, everybody. £20, please.
So, over to Alison. So, being kind of thrown back. You're feisty, aren't you? As she kind of charges kind of back in.
Oh, thank God.
Totally ignoring kind of Tuppence.
Good.
So, 2 plus 4, again, going in for Sigford, but you're quite a beefy boy.
Oh
You're-
yeah, I'm armored and what have you.
Yeah, so you're able to kind of tank her blows quite easily. Right, Steve.
Magic missile?
Yeah, that's an instant hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's, how many D4?
1d4 plus 1.
1d4 plus 1, so to do, you create 3 glowing darts. Boom, boom. Each dart hits your target of your choice. A dart deals 1d4 plus 4 damage. So yeah, roll that 4 times,
Cool.
plus 1 to each one, and that's how much damage you do.
3.
3,
3.
3.
6,
8.
8. Again, another 8 damage. Kind of slicing into her back, or his back. Right, Stu.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna have to go straight into war with my bludgeoning warhammer. 3.
3. Again, you hit kind of flab.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to do any damage. Right, knocking yourself up. Your rage drops, Billy, but you are back.
You gotta run towards him, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm going to go for a back attack.
Yeah, straight to the diagonal.
Dum-dum-dum-dum. Right.
Go. Yep, go for it.
Basically, this is going to be like -8. 4. Fuck me.
Go. Will.
I'll run at it and attack it with my rapier.
Go.
This rapier has served me a mixed bag in the past.
Right to the arm.
Yep, oh, I was about to say, right up the anus. Okay, D20. 11.
11. That might. +2, is it?
Plus 2 for...
Yeah, that is enough to hit.
Great.
Oh, in fact, actually, sorry. Billy, what did you get previous?
Oh, fuck. 4?
4 plus 1 for being
halfway.
Yeah. Yep. So, what? Sorry, what are you asking?
when you have your modifiers on.
Oh, right. So let me figure
Your
this out.
total. So it's your proficiency.
Right, proficiency is... Where's my proficiency?
Up at the top.
Oh, you fucking idiot.
So +2 usually.
+2.
Your strength modifier.
Strength modifier is +2.
So that's another 4. Right, you've hit. So you have actually hit her. So we'll do Will, and then we'll come back, and then we'll work out yours.
Okay.
So.
So now I roll my D8.
Yep.
Add 2 to it.
Yep.
It's a 6. That's 8.
Yep.
Straight up the ass.
Okay. Right. So she's looking particularly, or he's looking particularly bloodied at this point. So you've done more than kind of half damage. Right, Billy, you did actually hit. So for this, roll the damage of your dice +3. 1d12. You don't get the rage, but you do get 2 for your strength and 1 for the berserker axe.
I'll take it.
Yep.
D12, that's my D. What's D12 again?
The second biggest one.
That one, I think.
I fucking hell, in my head I cannot see a difference. I don't know what's going on. 5.
5. Yep. And plus 3.
Yep.
And
Plus 2 from slashing.
yep, that's fine. That's fine. Cool. Right. So that's Billy and Will. Right, Alison again. She's too fixated on Sigurd. Boom. That's still a miss. You're
Thank
turtling
God.
there under your shield, just cowering.
Yeah.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
No one can hurt me.
Yep. Right. Steve.
Nothing can possibly go wrong.
I could attack with my crossbow.
You good?
Yeah, why not? Just in giggles.
Yeah.
That'll be fun, yeah.
So that's dexterity this time?
0.
That's a hit.
Yay, 13.
So, right into the back. And what's the damage? Was the light crossbow 1d8. Sorry, the d8 is
That one.
Oh, yeah.
2. Right, and takes her down a little bit further. Again, she's looking worse for the wears. You'll be glad to know. Right, Sigurd.
All right. Let's just go for this straightforward smack up with the Warhammer. 10.
10, that's a hit.
And so I've got 1d8.
1d8 plus
there we
1.
go.
And
5.
Boom. So again, looking literally kind of on her last leg. Kind of swaying. Right. Billy, take this home.
Yep, well, who knows? 12.
That's a hit.
And that'll be right.
D12 plus
D12 plus
3.
3. Oh no, 2. 2 slashing. 3 strength. All right.
So sorry, no, it's plus 2 because of the strength modifier, and
Yes.
plus 1 because of the berserker axe.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. So it's plus 3.
There we go. That's
Go.
15.
So that's a hit. Roll the d12. That's the other one.
12.
Wow.
Right. Describe how you take her out.
Come on, Tuppence, use your big axe.
Remember the camembert thing that didn't work out?
Aye.
I'm going to tear her apart from her arsehole.
Oh my god.
Literally ripping it apart like garlic bread, but with meat, hair, and vagina going wild. Because that's what it's kept. It's inside. It's inside. And I knew it was there. So I hook her open.
Sounds more like a garlic focaccia then.
No, there it is. And she rips apart into a puddle of flesh and bone and bubbles.
So, for the final test of faith, a massive chasm opens up between you and the book, and you can see it on the other side.
Yeah.
So all that's kind of dark space.
No, I was looking the wrong way. There we go.
Well, my lantern is going to double check.
So as you do open the lantern, I was wondering whether you'd remember that. You hold up Edros's light.
Yeah.
And instantly, you see the path
Oh.
head up to the book.
Follow me, brave ones.
Hang on. The cease and desist. Cease and desist.
Right, yeah. Don't get me demonetized. So, or copyright claimed. Right, so, making your way over, Asmodan, he looks, pleased with your progress. Before kind of turning and just going,
You've proven yourself to me.
Yes, we are indeed worthy.
Fucking right.
Asmodan,
Yes.
do you have a plug?
I have
It's his thing.
You have gifts?
Gifts.
Well, I hope it's a plug.
Yes.
First off, I feel, young Will,
Yes.
luck has not been on you.
Correct. Can't find a fucking plug anywhere.
So here, I grant you a stone of luck.
Ah, great.
You ungrateful bastard.
I just wish it was a plug. A plug would be easier.
Well, read the back.
Stone of good luck. With this
Plug.
polished agate on your person, you gain a +1 bonus ability checks and saving throws.
So +1 to everything.
Yeah, +1 to everything. I'd like +1 of a fucking plug. Then, do you know how many plugs I'd have then? 1 plug.
Now write him a note to say thank you and how much you enjoyed your luck.
Right, I will.
He turns...
I'm writing my note. I'm writing a note. Dear Asbadan, thank you very much for the good luck stone.
Good.
I really, really hope it will get me lucky enough to find a plug so I can plug in my Nintendo 64 and play Pokemon Stadium 2. I want to transfer my Charizard from my copy of Pokemon Blue.
It's all it takes, just good.
Does he normally take this long?
I haven't finished. Yours sincerely, Yorick von Wilhelm.
He casts silence on you. So it puts you in
Thank goodness.
Right. He turns to Tuppence.
Hang on, I'm drinking some of Alison. I'll be right with you.
I love how you brought your own horn. So
That's how we do things.
You were raised by hell giants, and I believe that one day you hope to match their stature. While for some things are even beyond my power,
Oh, that was just a fucking diss.
I can at least grant you their strength.
They were fucked before. They're really fucked now. Look at that.
you can read the back of it and it's a hell
Ah,
giant.
silly. Well, by wearing this belt, your strength score changes to the score granted by the belt. The item has no effect on you if your strength without the belt is equal to that or greater than the belt score.
So for Hell Giant, you get a new strength score of
21!
Wow.
Oh boy.
Stonefrost Giant. Oh man, fuck, 21!
That's amazing.
Do you want somebody twisted up? I'm your man.
what is it for Hell Giants?
Hell Giant's 21.
21. It's 21 for Hell
Yeah.
Giants. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Right. He turns to you, Steve.
I believe that you will need a lot of tools to help you in your journey. And while I cannot see your fate, I can at least grant you a boon.
And gives you the Wand of Wonders.
Oh, that's funny that because I'm a magician.
I'm beginning to regret this.
What does it do?
The wand has 7 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges and choose a target within 120 feet of you.
Wow.
The target can be a creature, an object, or a point in space. Roll D100 and consult the Dungeon Master's Guide to discover what happens. If the effect causes you to cast a spell from the wand, the spell save DC is 15. If the spell normally has a range expressed in feet, its range becomes 120 feet if it isn't already. In an effect covers an area, you must center the spell on and include the target.
Basically, it's a wand of randomness.
Yeah.
So you go, I wish to cast a spell on this thing. What happens? I don't know.
But let's fight. I'm in for it. I'm in for the ride.
I've been silenced, otherwise I'd tell you I'm excited.
As for you,
Why don't you write a note?
Yeah.
Okay, I will write a note.
Yeah.
while I cannot see your fate while you are tethered to this one, I hope that you will work in our favor. So I will grant you blessings from me, Azrael, and the other gods.
Excellent. Ooh, the necklace of prayer beads.
Dear Reginald Seymour Dibley, I really like your big wand.
This necklace has 1d4 plus 2 magic beads made from aquamarine, black pearl, or topaz. It also has many non-magical beads made from stones such as amber, bloodstone, citrine, coral, jade, pearl, or quartz. If a magic bead is removed from the necklace, that bead loses its magic. 6 types of magic beads exist. The DM decides the type of each bead on the necklace and determines it randomly. The necklace can have more than one bead of the same type. To use one, you must be wearing the necklace. Each bead contains one spell that you can cast from it as a bonus action, using your spell save DC if a save is necessary. Once a magic bead spell is cast, that bead can't be used again until the next dawn. D20, bead of spell, 1 to 6, blessing, bless, 7 to 12, curing, cure wounds, 13 to 16, favor, greater restoration, 17 to 18, smiting, branding smite, 19, summons, planar ally, and wind walking for 20. All of that means nothing to me.
It's also worth pointing out that Billy's still on 1 hit point, so your guts are hanging out. So
I'll get better.
just in case, you know.
I can heal you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang a minute.
I deliberately made him the healer. So,
Well, I'm glad it wasn't this one. I can know he'd tell us all, whatever.
and in fact,
Well-
actually,
Nothing.
remember that loot that
silence
you got from Bernard? Have you read the back of it?
May he speak?
You're going to speak. The loot from Bernard.
Yes.
Oh god, it's so long. Blah, blah, blah. Instrument, big instrument.
Basically, you can skip to the end and read the spells.
Yeah. When you use the instrument to cast a spell that causes targets to become charmed on a failed save, the targets have disadvantage from the saving throw.
Yep. Roll 20.
Ah, the available spells are fly. Oh fuck! I've got so many spells. I never saw. I can fly. I can be invisible. I can levitate, protect from evil and good, entangle, fairy fire, shilleg, and speak with animals. Can speak with animals twice, like Dr. fucking Doolittle.
Wow, just in the nick of time.
Right.
Oh, those would have been so useful on so many occasions.
And finally, what was promised. And he gives you the Necrolumen.
Yeah.
So
Necrolumen. 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 Necrolumen.
Anybody want a spot of Alison?
No, thank you.
No, they ain't.
The
No,
room
they-
snaps back to his original kind of position.
Ah, we
And
got the book. I tell you what, at this point, I really feel like I've missed my girlfriend's concert. Does anybody? No?
Do we have enough time?
Well, do you want to head, wrapping things up kind of quickly, do you want to just head straight back to the Adventurers Guild?
I think so. Let's get a taxi.
Yeah. So you Uber over to the Adventurers Guild as the kind of grizzled old guildmaster.
I'm going to heal him before we do that.
Yes. Boom.
Thank you very much.
Which one is 1d8
1d8. Yep.
plus my spell modifier, which is what exactly?
Your charisma, so 3.
Oh, 3. 7.
7. You got 7 of your hit points back.
Cool. So I think I'm 8.
So Billy's been.
You're
patched up a little bit.
welcome.
Thank you. Which one of these guys do you want me to bludgeon for you?
Dealer's choice.
Okay. We'll wait till after the party.
Getting back to the guildmaster, he sort of he turns around. I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
We Ubered.
I've been meaning to try that service.
They had a plug, but it was USB only. Fucking roller coaster of emotions today.
So, and you did it.
Yes.
You got the lumen. Yes, you can keep your.
Lovely new necklace. You see.
Look at the beads. Look at the beads.
I've got a good luck stone.
I would always be tempted to buy that off you. So,
Yep.
Look at the belt.
right.
Up. That's the belt.
Oh yeah.
See this good luck stone? Joe, it isn't. Electrical. Moving on.
I see. I see that your outing has been profitable. Very well.
Yeah, if I wanted a fucking stone.
I can arrange a meeting with the Laughing Guild, although it'll take a while. My contact is a bit sketchy. Yeah, likes to remain unseen and vet his various visitors, but I'm sure I can get you the meeting within the week for a proper introduction to the Laughing Guild.
Good.
To see the actual performance, I can't get you close, but I'm sure I can at least get you a ringside view, so to speak. So we can quickly cut to this gig. And it's kind of an underground venue, sort of like an underground arena. And you see various kind of thieves, muggers, the kind of less reputable citizens of the Empire kind of down there cheering on. And true enough, you do see way at the back, so sort of like a Taylor Swift concert. Right at the back, you do see Gut Ripper come out and do a dazzling performance, and it's without doubt her.
Oh my god, it's Gorza. Oh my god. Oh my god, I've waited years for this moment. Oh my god, she's so beautiful.
Thanks for buying me a
It's
t-shirt.
the woman who murdered my master.
She's so fit. Oh, I love her so much. Gorza! Gorza!
He doesn't hear
Gorza!
you. He doesn't hear
Gorza!
you over the crowd.
Gorza! Gorza!
Disappears.
Oh, fuck, my one shot. Should have spoken louder.
So,
Thanks for buying me a t-shirt.
you have a week
lovely
of
time.
downtime, and congratulations, you're now level 2.
Hey!
Level up.
Somehow.
Yes. So, now you've got a bit of downtime over the week, so I'll say you're able to kind of rest up. there's things you can do round Canor. There's various casinos, gambling, brothels, all that kind of thing. Is there anything you particularly would want to get up to in that time?
What's a brothel?
But they make soup.
Yes.
Broth.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, I'll go there.
Yeah.
Hang on. This isn't what I thought it was. There's no strip at all.
So, you have a chance to rest up. You have a chance to reflect on the day's events. So, just how do you end your evening?
A light salad.
A prayer of thanks to my non-listening God.
I just want to say to all you boys, not had a lot of friends before. Really feels like I've made 3 friends today. Yes, we fought hard. Yes, we fought hard against each other. Yes, it took a very long time to get very simple things done. But it was an honor and a pleasure fighting alongside you and burning down a forest. I just want to say, do any of you have a plug?
There'll be plugs at the brothel.
There will be.
Really?
And you should go because there's no way that's your girlfriend.
She's totally my girlfriend.
No way. You
Totally
just
my
at the back of
girlfriend.
a giant concert. You went that. How many people have done that?
Right.
So, to finish off the session, you head to the local brothel, and there's a menu kind of ahead of you. So, are you all partaking, and are you all
Just a salad, please.
just a salad?
Just a salad.
Of the Mike's Grill.
Right.
I know what that is.
So, 3 goblins and an ogre.
That's the
So
one.
for Billy. Will and Stu.
I'm in love with my girlfriend. It feels wrong. I'm just here for a plug. I asked for a plug. I naively and innocently ask for a plug.
Well, they seem very, very confused. However, as you retire to your tavern for the evening, you see a dim light on the kind of table of the tavern as this new kind of alchemical device. A socket is ahead of you.
Oh my fucking god! Oh my
But the
god!
worst thing is, use a plug you need. He's just a bare wire. What use is a socket?
No, it'll be fine.
No, you said you need a plug.
Yeah. Not
That's a socket. You need a plug.
Oh no!
Or worse, it's the wrong region.
Oh god! I need a socket and an adapter. I also need a TV and a SCART cable.
One step closer. One step closer.
Maybe the Alchemist Guild can sort you out.
Yeah, I'll go to the Alchemist for a fucking SCART cable.
Maybe your fake girlfriend's got one.
Shut up!
Retiring for the evening.
Oh.
Everything fades to black. What adventures await? And did you come up with a name for the party in the end?
That's what I was looking at. None of my games are good. Play that now for nothing. It was the Owls of Freedom. Let's see, where's the other one? The Mischief Marauders.
The Jeff Boycott All-Stars.
The Bitter Experience Brigade.
Oh.
I like that. The Bitter Experience Brigade.
Fair enough. What adventures lie ahead for the Bitter Experience Brigade?
What about the deep D Dungeoneers?
The Bitter
Experience
Experience
Brigade.
Yeah, I was off the go, man.
Fair enough. Tune in next time.
How much is full penetration at the broth?
Is that real? Okay, so to be clear, the 3 of us are going adventuring and you're going to see Les Mis.
For the first time in living memory, the citizens of Canor fear for their very lives. The pit must be sealed and can only be done so with a blood sacrifice.
I, for one, will miss you.
You will rue the day. Oh, now there's a spider in the bath.
It's tragic, really, when you think about it. Which is why I prefer not to think about it. How could it possibly be a trap?
Mother?
And that's our first table session done. We hope you enjoyed our first supercut, and if you laughed at any point, I think you owe us a like, and maybe even consider subscribing if you haven't already. Episode 11 will drop here on YouTube in a couple of weeks, or you can catch it 1 week early over at our Patreon. If you want to help us grow the channel, the best thing you can do is share us with your mates in D&D group, and let's get Halfwits in front of as many eyeballs as possible. With any luck, we can start prepping for Season 2. Thanks again for watching, and all your continued support, and I'll see you all next time.